I think we are live, which is a good thing. So, hello, 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 hello. Hi, everyone. Yeah, we are live. Great. Okay, so what's gonna happen is I'm about to play the background, the intro thing is gonna just loop for everybody. And yay, first, awesome. All right, I'll do that, and then when I come back, we'll be started. All right, so just hang out, chill out, relax, enjoy the live, and thank you so much for being here, y'all. There we go. Awesome. Great. We're here now. Hi. Happy Saturday, everyone. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Thank you so much for being here, because you could be anywhere else in the world, but you are here with me. So thank you so very much. Now, with that being said, y'all, I want you all to be active participants, okay? I want you all to be active participants. Like, let's just do all of the good things tonight. All of them. Let's make sure that we are tapping that screen. So let's get these likes up to 50,000 likes. That's our first goal. Matter of fact, forget that. Let's get these likes up to 100,000 likes. All right, let's do that. So tap the screen, y'all. Tap the screen. Also, let's go ahead and knock out these finger hearts, because we're working on those. Continue to share and repost the live. And of course, if you would like to support me, support the stream, support the live, best way to do so is via the links in the bio. Everything with Erica is the name, PayPal and Venmo. Also have a Zelle, everything with Erica9@gmail.com. All right, so with that being said, if you're over on the tube, the best way to support the live is via a super chat. Again, I want to thank you all so very much for being here, because you could be anywhere else in the world, but you are here with me, and I'm very appreciative. So with that being said, looks like we have our first person up on the panel. But how'd you get here before my backup did? That's crazy. All right, let's see here. I'm sorry, what's your name? Oh, I'll send you a request to unmute. Is it Zay? Zay, I sent you a request to unmute. Doop. Zay don't know how to unmute. You don't know how to unmute, Zay? Okay, Zay's gonna leave. Okay, any friggin' who. Oh, I forgot to do something before I went live tonight. Totes forgot. Oh well, I'll post it tomorrow. I'll post that video tomorrow. I don't fucking know. I forgot. My bad. I was supposed to do that in between time, in the meantime, but you know, there's that. Anywho, do you guys want me to post my video? I forgot. I ain't gonna hold you. I did. I forgot. I worked on it too, and I edited and did all the good things. Hey Hector, what's up?
My personal opinion, posting them later at night doesn't help.
Okay, so post it tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, I'll do that.
All right. Knock out the gift gallery. There's only 4 things left. If you click on her name in the top left corner and scroll down to the B, whatever the fuck league she's in, you'll see 4 left. If it's the DJ glasses, you have to send all 5 of them, if I'm not mistaken. The rest of them, you should be good. Do the things. Bye!
Thank you, Hector. Drop some hearts in the chat for Hector, because he's the friggin' best. All right, awesome. So where are the Trump supporters at, guys? Are they in hiding again? What is it about me? Am I not nice? Is that what it is? Am I not nice? I don't know. The Trump supporters, I don't know. I'm just gonna call them pussies and leave it at that. I don't care. Anywho, so guys, we all know what happened today. It literally happened last night. It was absolutely insanity. The U.S. struck Venezuela. Literally struck it. 7 strikes. Boom, 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 boom. I think that was 7, or was that 8? I don't know. Was anyone counting? I have no idea. But with that being said, yes, the U.S. struck Venezuela, and so here we are. All right, the Trump administration is claiming that we're going to run the country, all right, until they find someone that is of their quality, all right, in order to actually, you know, take over. They have a vice president. Why not just let the vice president run it? Why not? This is insane. I'm not even going to argue the point. Ooh, paw. All right, guys. Paw. Thank you so much, Shauna, for knocking those out. Thank you so much. Drop some hearts in the chat for Shauna, y'all. That is freaking awesome. So what? Is like 3 or 4 things now left in the gift gallery? We're going to get that knocked out. I gotta get that gift back. I gotta get that gift gallery knocked out. Thank you all so very much. I appreciate it. Drop those hearts for Shauna. Hi, I'm so sorry. What's your name? Evercore. Hi, Evercore. Are you a Trump supporter?
No, but I do support what the United States has done in the last 48 hours against Venezuela.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Why do you support it? Oh, but one moment. I'm so sorry. I forget some things. How old are you for TikTok purposes?
20.
20. Okay. All right. So why do you support this strike? Why do you support it?
I support it primarily, I guess, from a very high level, because it supports our national interests as a country, and it supports the interests of a lot of our partner nations in our hemisphere.
So basically, you're thinking Monroe Doctrine. Is that what you're
To an
thinking?
extent, I mean, at the end of the day, right, we can get very detailed, but I'll keep it high level. But Venezuela is, essentially one of the only countries that exists within our hemisphere that constantly seeks to undermine the interests of not only the United States, but of Mexico, Canada, Panama, Costa Rica. The list goes on and on. It is natural for us to turn our attention to Venezuela and to address the issue at hand, which was that that country has been hijacked by that man for many, many years. And I think hopefully this is the start of a better chapter for that country.
That's very, very interesting that you say that. How has Venezuela done the things that you said that they've done? You mentioned something in regards to how they come after the U.S. I can't recall exactly what it is as you said, but you did say something to that effect. Why do
Yeah,
you say that?
yeah. I mean, so I guess where it's most evident in public life is particularly when it comes to other affairs in different parts of the world. Venezuela has constantly supported groups that work, again, contrary to the United States' interests. For example, Iran, Russia. China obviously has a close relationship with Venezuela for their own reasons. I think that sort of diplomatic support works against our interests, obviously. The sale of cheap Venezuelan oil to these groups obviously works against our interests indirectly. And I think even more so, the Maduro regime committed, a great number of atrocities in his country. And so I think that it goes without saying that he was a bad man. And
He's
there
still
should be
alive.
no
You know that,
grief.
right? He's still
Yeah,
alive. You don't have to talk about him in the past tense. But you say that he's committed great atrocities in his country, right?
correct.
But the thing is that Donald Trump is currently committing atrocities here in the United States of America. Why
Okay.
not focus on actually that part instead of going after another country under the guise of narco terrorism? All right, when we all know that
Yeah,
is literally for their oil. And yeah, so
right.
well, I mean, why not address what Donald Trump is actually doing? Because I can't support what Trump is doing because what he's doing in Venezuela because of what he's doing here in the United States of America. He's harming
Uh-huh.
people.
Right. Okay. I'll address that part
Sure.
second. Just before I do that, I do want to say on your point on narco terrorism and whatnot and oil, I think this isn't a mono approach. This is a plethora of um, characteristics, right? Oil is one of them, but narco terrorism is certainly still plays a role. How significant you want to attribute that role is up to you. I'm not going to debate that unless we really wanted to get into that. I think as it relates to the atrocities, I think the question here is scale. Um, I don't know what atrocities I know that, like I said, I'm not a Trump supporter. I don't know of any atrocities off the top of my head that Donald Trump has done that would measure up in scale to what Nicolas Maduro has been doing for the last decade in
What
his
has
country.
Nicolas Maduro been doing for the last decade in his country that you would equate to an atrocity? Because I would say definitely deporting people who are legally seeking um, asylum here in the United States of America, that's an atrocity. That goes against what we stand for. I would say restricting women's health care
Mhm.
via the overturning of Roe v. Wade by appointing 3 Supreme Court justices who lean conservative and who did say that they will uphold precedent but decided not to at the last minute. And we now have women unaliving in parking lots because they can't get the health care that they need, also unaliving in hospital beds when they could have just had a DNC to to help them to keep them alive. I think that's an atrocity. I also think
Yeah.
that it's atrocity to cut SNAP benefits for people. SNAP is the EBT program. I think that's
Mhm.
absolutely an atrocity here in the United States of America because no one in the richest, wealthiest nation in the world, we're supposed to be number one, right? Should be going hungry. So I think that's an atrocity. There's more
Yeah.
that we can go over in regards to
Yeah.
what I think is an atrocity here in the United
Mhm.
States of America. All right, but I want to know, what has Nicolás Maduro done in Venezuela? What has he done?
Yeah, of course. So just to say, I think you and I would agree that from a policy standpoint, I will say, however, that I think there's a fundamental, I think the disconnect here is that you're using your definition of atrocity, whereas I'm using the definition of atrocity as it is accepted. And that
What's the
is an act
definition of
that is,
atrocity as accepted?
it's a, it's an act that is extremely cruel, violent, or brutal, typically involving the mass harm of civilians,
So
which I
you,
don't think
okay.
those necessarily equate to the scale that I'm discussing with regards to Maduro. To
So
address your second question, which is the
one moment. Hold
actual,
off on the second question. Hold off for just a
okay,
moment. So
of course.
you don't think that it's an atrocity, all right, for women to unalive in parking lots or even in hospital beds, to have a woman like Gisele out there in Texas have her uterus hanging from her body, but because that fetus still has the faintest of heartbeats, all right, that she doesn't receive the help that she needs, the medical care that she needs in order to live, so she dies. You don't think that that's an atrocity? Just because
I
it
would,
hasn't happened to hundreds of thousands, do we have to wait for it to happen to hundreds of thousands for it to be considered an atrocity?
well, I don't know what the threshold for an atrocity would be. I would consider
Exactly.
those a
That's what I'm wondering
tragedy.
from you.
Uh, I would consider that a tragedy by definition.
I consider it an
Atrocity from,
atrocity
okay, but from a diplomatic perspective, atrocity is very strictly defined.
from a
And
human
so,
perspective. I consider that an atrocity. That's why it's
okay,
subjective.
and
So
that's okay.
go to the
I
second
will.
point.
The second point is that on the scale with Maduro, there have been between 2016 to 2019, which is really when a lot of extrajudicial killings took place in Venezuela at the hands of the Venezuelan security forces. Just so we're on the same page, extrajudicial killings, we all agree as to what that means.
We know what extrajudicial killings means.
Great.
Okay, go on.
Okay.
I'm listening.
In 2016, Maduro's Venezuelan security forces carried out just under 6,000 of those extrajudicial killings, followed by just under 5,000 the following year. In 2018 and 2019, they committed just under 7,000 of those extrajudicial killings, and those are only ones that the United Nations reports were able to verify. That does not include recent and ongoing figures past 2019, which, as you can imagine, would only increase the quantum. And that's just one facet of, obviously, his government, being his security forces. That doesn't include the rampant inflation, which has caused mass starvation and death in
Mm-hmm.
his country. But so I'll stop there because those are two fairly significant ones.
Mm-hmm.
And we can delve in even more if you'd want. But
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to hear your thoughts. Now, those under obviously the global definition of atrocity are atrocities.
Mm-hmm.
And I just simply do not see that scale in our country, nor do I think that the issues that we have in our country today, as you've described them, should prevent us from executing on our interests overseas.
Yeah, going after
Right?
other people's resources, right?
We would get nothing done as a country. Every
But going
country has
after other
issues.
people's
Um,
resources.
Yeah, to an
Okay.
extent, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So, and you think that
Again,
that is okay?
it's. I mean, in what way are we going after their resources, so to speak? Because this is an interesting point.
It's not necessarily an interesting point. It's literally just what's happening here, right? But you mentioned the extrajudicial killings that
Yes.
that Maduro did over like a 10-year time frame. That's what you mentioned. Okay, well we know that
Yeah.
Donald Trump is currently doing that. All right, but he's doing that in the middle of the Caribbean Sea. All right, and also in the Eastern Pacific Ocean. We know that for a fact. All right, that's what he's doing. But yet you're going to be okay with that because they're not American citizens, right? You're okay with that?
Are you referring to the attacks on the boats?
Yes. Are you
No,
okay with that?
I'm not okay with that.
Okay, those are the
And
extrajudicial killings that Donald Trump is doing. Also, Donald Trump
that's
calling
correct.
for the unalivement, all right, of sitting Congress people. All right, I think that's a bit concerning. All right, that's literally a
I,
step too far.
I
Hold
again,
on,
I
I didn't
understand
interrupt
that.
you. Let me finish. Hold on
Okay,
one moment.
sure.
Okay, ICE doing basically the knock knock. All right, the knock knock tactic that Maduro implemented on people, on undocumented immigrants or people suspected of being undocumented immigrants. I think that's very concerning also. All right, basically the only difference between Maduro and Donald Trump at this point, all right, is that Donald Trump hasn't publicly executed people. Okay, that's literally like the only difference between them two. Okay, and so I want you to know that before you begin any type of line of questioning where you think that I agree with Nicolas Maduro, I do not agree with him. However, he is the ruler of a sovereign nation. Okay, and this was not the way to go about doing it. And we're not going to argue whether or not if Trump could do it. Okay, I'm very, very, very familiar with the AUMF. Okay, so we don't have to go over that. All right. But with that being said, this is not about narco terrorism. This is not about saving the people of Venezuela. This is literally about fattening the pockets, okay, of American oil companies like Exxon. That's all that it is to it. And why do you think that that is okay? Why do you think it's okay for us to go into other people's countries and basically strong arm their resources? Thank you so much for that, Andy. I appreciate that, love. What was that? You said the "you're so fly." I am pretty fly. All the girlies say I'm pretty fly. Okay, thank you so much. Drop some hearts in the chat for Andy for that. Thank you. All right, the floor is yours, Eversor.
Yeah. Yeah, look, I think you covered a lot there. I'll agree. I don't think you support Maduro, number one.
I covered two things.
Number two, and this is that in terms of is it okay for the United States to go into a country to take its resources? I do want to again preface, while I do agree the resources are an attractive part of the thesis for attacking Venezuela and seeking change in its leadership, there are other facets, as I described before, that aren't as, I guess, in the public sphere. But with that being said, as I mentioned before, it is contra to our interests as a country if we would have continued to allow Maduro to rule Venezuela with the vast amount of resources that that country has. It undermines not only our country's
They couldn't
interests,
sell them,
but
though.
well, that's not correct entirely, right? Because they were trading with the Chinese. The Chinese buy Iranian oil all the time,
Did
and
we
the
sanction the
Iranians
Chinese,
weren't
though?
allowed to sell oil for years,
Did we
right?
sanction the Chinese, though, because of their trade with Venezuela? All right, because not
Yeah,
only did
yes.
we like sanction Venezuelan oil, their largest commodity, you know, so they couldn't do that. Okay, because here's basically what I'm going to get to. All right, we've already destabilized Venezuela. Okay, and we done so because Hugo Chavez, along with Maduro, now, all right, they nationalized the oil. Okay, we know that it was done in the 70s. However, in more recent times, here now, okay, I believe in 2007, what we had American oil companies come in. All right, they did spend billions of dollars. All right, in regards to infrastructure, looking to basically take advantage of the profits that they could make, the revenue that they could make off of Venezuelan oil. All right. But what ended up happening is Chavez said, you know what? We're going to nationalize our oil. All right. So that way, okay. I'm so sorry. I saw something. Venezuela, all right, will keep the profits for it. Okay. So that's what happened there. And I believe the name of the state run oil company is PDVA or PDSVA, something to that extent. You can look it up for me and let me know. Okay. But what ended up happening there, all right, is that the American oil companies were not okay with it. So companies like Exxon and ConocoPhillips, why does this keep going blurry? Hold on one moment, guys. There we go. Maybe that'll fix it. Okay, there we go. So companies like Exxon and ConocoPhillips, it didn't fix it, ended up suing the country of Venezuela. And Exxon actually won like upwards of $1 billion from them. All right. And that was actually paid to them. All right. For the loss of revenue. Okay, and they do have and like an additional 7 something or whatever that is still like 1.7 billion that's outstanding from a separate lawsuit. But at the same time, what more do they want? Exxon is already the biggest oil company in the world. Why do they want this oil? All right, that's dirtier and harder for American refineries to actually, refine. Okay, and then they'll end up with a surplus in supply, which bring down the darn going cost of a barrel. It's a whole mess that would happen here. So I'm trying to understand, what is the reason? Like, what is it that you're actually supporting? Because it doesn't make sense other than the fact that, oh, we get more resources. But why?
Yeah. Um, so yeah, I mean, look, like I had said before, I don't think that this is a play to simply gather more resources, so to speak. I think that there is.
What did Trump
four
talk
main-
about during the press conference today? Like, should we
Well,
look
I
up how many
understand
times he
that,
said
but
oil during the
we
little
have to
briefing?
understand that this country's military apparatus, its intelligence agencies, they go a lot deeper than what Donald Trump says on the stand. And these are nonpartisan, right? These are the CIA and these are other intelligence agencies. There is, I mean, this idea about overthrowing Maduro certainly didn't come up in the last year, and it's certainly been in the works for a very long time. I think, again, there's four main reasons why it's beneficial for us to have carried out this attack and to continue. And it's one, oil and energy security, like we had mentioned, geopolitical strategy without question, ideological and political messaging, which serves the United States, and regional stability and migration would be that last factor in my mind. It's really hard to kind of counter any of that because it's so clear cut that Venezuela has been contrary to our interests for so long that, if you were in the chair making the decision from a purely strategy perspective, you would do it, and you would also use our American oil companies and maybe even some British ones, and you would go back into that country and modernize its infrastructure and energy, and you would take that vital resource away from our biggest economic adversary, that is China, which, by the way, Venezuela has been one of China's largest suppliers of oil since the year 2000, despite these sanctions.
Can we just
that
get to
we've
the
had.
point?
That's the point.
Okay.
It's undeniable. It's undeniable that this attack serves our country's interest, not just mine, but yours and every
It does
American's.
not, though. So here's the
It
thing, because
certainly
you
does.
actually haven't painted like a larger picture, but I would say that we maybe should look to history for this to see like what could happen here. All right. Are you familiar with Operation Ajax?
Yes.
You are? Okay. So can you tell the class, not can you, will you please tell the class what happened with Operation Ajax and be honest about it? What did it
Well,
lead to?
it was a misorchestrated coup.
It was a misorchestrated coup? The coup was successful. What do you mean misorchestrated?
Orchestrated. I apologize. That was my.
You said misorchestrated. I just want to know what was like, what went wrong with it. It was successful.
No, I'm sorry. I misspoke. I meant to say orchestrated. It was orchestrated. That was my bad.
Yeah, we know it was orchestrated. That's why it was called Operation Ajax. All right, who was it a coup on?
Iran.
And what happened?
They had overthrown the prime minister.
And then what happened?
Installed the Shah.
And then what happened?
Obviously, the Iranian Revolution came later on, and
no,
Iran
what happened before the Iranian Revolution? Maybe a better question would be why? Why did they overthrow the prime minister Mossadegh?
Well,
like, why did they overthrow him? All right, and then I want you to tell us who they are.
Well, again, there's certainly a number. Are you saying why the CIA and MI6 overthrew the prime minister, or are you asking why the Iranian revolutionaries overthrew the Shah?
Oh my God. I said before the Iranian Revolution, sir. So, and I did specifically mention the prime minister, and I said his name, Mossadegh. So
Yeah, again, the reason we
answer.
overthrew him was because he nationalized the Iranian oil company.
Mm-hmm.
It's very simple.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So he nationalized the Iranian oil. All right. And so the CIA, all right, and what is it? MI16, all right,
Yeah.
MI6. They put in the Shah. Okay. What did the Shah do? What did he do in regards to the oil?
He allowed the United States and Great Britain to have greater access to Iranian oil.
Exactly. All right. Also, what did he do, all right, to the people of Iran?
It's a little broad.
Is it though? It wasn't broad when you were going over the atrocities that Maduro has committed.
Right. I won't say that I'm an expert on what the Shah was doing during his time in power. So it would be a little bit more speculative from my end. So it might
It'd
be
be a little
best
bit
if
more
you...
speculative. Do you have a second device there with you?
No.
You don't? Okay. All right. So let's look it up. Let's see. What did the Shah do? What did the Shah of Iran do to the people? I should just say Iranian people. Iranian people after Operation Ajax. Let's see. Of course, he got rid of opposition. Okay, because the Shah, who was he placed by? Who was he put into power by? Was he elected? Was he appointed? Or did the US and Great Britain get together and say we want this guy?
The latter.
The latter? Okay. The latter, for those that don't know, would be Great Britain and the US got together and chose him. All right. When you basically do a coup and you take over another country's government and you install your own government, pretty much, do you know what that's called?
Are you asking me?
Yes. Do you know what that's called? I literally said, do you
Uh,
know what that's called? Who the hell else am I
when,
talking
when
to?
people orchestrate a coup, is that what you're asking? What
When they
that's called?
orchestrate a coup and they install, okay, their own government. What is that called? Ken
I
gave you
mean,
the answer in the chat, for the love of God.
okay, a puppet government, sure.
Exactly. All right. So an interim government. You also call it an interim government, but it's definitely a puppet government. Do you know why they call it a puppet government?
Well, obviously, I would assume based on the word puppet that it implies that the U.S. and Britain had an immense amount of control over the Shah.
Yep.
So
You're absolutely correct there. You're not wrong. You're absolutely right. So with that being said, the Shah did their bidding, is what he did. And you're right. All right. He gave control of the oil back to the Western countries, to Great Britain and the United States of America, allowing US and Great Britain oil companies to make billions of dollars. All right. All the while, he was actually subjugating the Iranian people to a life of hell, is what he was doing. All right. He used what did he do? He used basically like his secret police force to commit the extrajudicial killings that you care so much about. Harassing citizens, restricting their ability to have free speech, okay, to speak out against the government. He didn't allow elections, so there's that. I mean, we had all of these things that the Shah was doing, who was put into place by the US and by Great Britain because they were working together. All right. But do you think that that's something that could happen in Venezuela with all that's going
what
on?
could
Yeah. Could it
sure.
happen?
Do I
Do you
think
think it,
it's do
yeah,
I
do you,
think
mhm.
it's likely? No, I think
You don't
there's
think it's likely?
very clear differences. The nature of
What are the clear
intervention,
differences?
the legal and international context, the motivations and narrative framing of these two events, the outcomes, the aftermaths, they're all different. I
How?
understand that
How
there's
are they
a
different?
simplistic line that can be drawn between these two things,
It's very
but
linear,
you know,
actually. Like literally, this
you-
is 1 + 1 = 2, or 2 + 2 = 4. It's very
look at
linear. So my question for
simplifying.
you, I have a question then. I really do have a question, just like having a conversation with you. Why
Yep.
is it that you don't think that the history basically could repeat itself.
Oh no, I said it could. I said it's probably not likely because again, it's
Why?
not as simple as that. Oh,
Why is the
I
probability
outlined
not
it.
going to happen when the conditions are pretty much the same? The only thing
The
is that Venezuela is
conditions are
a little
not the
bit
same.
bigger. How are the
Iran
conditions not the
in
same?
1950s Iran, not to mention just the fact that it's the demographics of Iran completely different versus 2025 Venezuela, completely different countries. Number one, that's the biggest,
Is it because the religion is
thing to
different?
look at and analyze. Well, it's the region, it's the people, it's the culture, it's the religion, it's everything. Everything's different about those two countries. Their geography, right? The proximity, who are their
We're
neighbors?
talking about the
Who are they aligned
circumstances.
with? Right? Yeah. Okay. The nature of the intervention in these two, very different. One of them was a covert coup. The other is overt military action. Okay. There's also a difference in the legal context here. Iran's coup was, again, as you'd mentioned in your summary, covert and hidden from the international view. Venezuela's ousting, very overt, very internationally visible, very direct legal and diplomatic crisis is unfolding as a result. Okay. There's also a difference in the motivations. I agree that there is, again, that link that can be drawn between the oil motivations here, but the coup, versus a direct military attack, again, is different. And the outcome and the aftermath, obviously, we'll have to talk about that once the outcome is determined. But it's, again, very different, and it's wishful thinking. I guess not wishful thinking. No one would want that to happen, but just to think that, because it happened already, 60 years ago in this exact context, in a completely different country with completely different group of people and culture and geography and circumstances, that it's going to repeat again, just because that there's one part of the story that lines up well.
So you really think that it's just one part of the story that lines up? So the U.S. isn't going to be installing its own new president in a person that they feel is qualified in
No, I
Venezuela?
think we will. No, I do think that we probably will, right? I think that this probably won't go as smoothly as I think everyone would want, but I think that
No,
in
it's
the end
not.
we will install somebody who will go on to become the legitimate leader, just like we did in Panama, right? And look what Panama has become today. It's a great success in Central America. Not only is it one of the wealthiest
It's weird that you
countries in
mention
that area,
Panama,
but
but you don't
it's
mention
pro-US.
Nicaragua, you don't mention Iraq, you don't mention
Well, not every
Guatemala.
nation
You
building
don't you don't
exercise
you know
is a
you
success.
list literally like the one that worked out just a little bit well. You cherry pick there
Well,
because
there's
you're
been
not looking
plenty
at the
of
entire.
activity. I mean,
You're
there's
not
plenty
looking
of
at.
nation building that has failed, but there's also plenty of nation building that's succeeded, right?
Name some that have succeeded.
South Korea, Japan, right? Those are two. I think Japan's probably the greatest, success story the United States has had when it comes to nation building.
When did we do nation
Um,
building in Japan?
when did we do nation
hmm
building in Japan?
Yeah,
After the United States, essentially, after Japan surrendered to the United States,
I have to
after
fix
the United States had executed nuclear strikes on it
hmm
at the end of World War II, right?
Yep.
The U.S. involvement in the rebuilding of Japan was incredibly important to Japan becoming, by the late 1990s, the second largest economy in the world, and what it is today, more importantly. So, yeah, I think it's undeniable. The
So after
U.S.'s
the
role in
occupation of it.
that.
Okay.
After
Anywho,
the
hold on
U.S.
one moment.
occupation.
Hold on one moment. I have to fix this camera because it's bothering me. So hold on one moment. Mark, I don't know if you want to do a song or dance or anything, but you don't have to talk to Eversore at all. I just needed someone up here. But thank you.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Tell like a dad joke or something.
Ooh, ooh. Why is 69 afraid of 70? Because they had a fight in 71. Okay. Anyways, don't forget to tap the screen, guys. We're at 47. We should easily be at 100K. Hit the pay links. Pay links in the bio. While we're doing this, this shit ain't easy. It gives me a headache just listening to it. So it gives her a headache. So yeah, be sure to do all the good things. She's actually really close to getting her gift goal, so do that. Hit her name, hit the gift goal thing, do that, do all the good things. Yeah, I did that. I've never done that before. There was another one. I forgot what it was.
Hoping that works. We'll see.
Oh, hell yeah. Perfect timing.
We'll see what happens. Wait, do I have these headphones on right? I don't really know what happened here. Okay. Anywho, thank you, Mark. I appreciate you.
Hey, no problem. Before I go,
Yes.
dude, this lighting is like so good.
The lighting
Oh
on
my
it?
god.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Good. I'll keep it like this then. Wait, I'm trying to find my hair because the thing is.
I love it. I'm all for it.
Yay!
It's so nice.
Awesome. Thank you, Mark. Appreciate you, buddy.
Hey,
Mark said
no problem.
Draw some hearts in the chat.
Bye.
Hey, Mark, you want to be a mod?
I mean, sure, why not?
Okay, say something in the comments. I have to make you a moderator.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Okay, now I'm gonna be bothered by this. Why am I such a stickler? Do I have OCD? I don't know. We're gonna have to figure it out. Okay, go ahead, Evercore. I've been calling you Eversore. I'm so sorry. Evercore.
All good.
It's okay.
Well, I think I finished what I had said. I had just, you asked me to list a couple of countries that the U.S. had nation built.
Okay, so
oh, another good one would be post World War II Germany, right? That would be a really good. That again, that's one that the U.S. played a significant role in rebuilding.
No, I'm talking about basically when they did like a occupation of it, and then so something similar to this. That's why we were sticking with like the covert things, but because what's running through my mind seriously is literally like the things such as like the migration that's going to happen. So we're going to have an influx of immigrants. Also think about the neighboring countries like Brazil and also Colombia, like what they're going to have to go through. Are they going to have to enter into like some type of military agreement in order to, you know, avoid what's to come so that they can get the assistance that they need? It's just, we have to think about that. Like, are these people going to try to come to the United States of America? Like, what are going to be the ramifications of this? You're only thinking about the positive, but you haven't mentioned anything negative that could happen here. You're just like, oh, this is good because we get oil and Maduro did some bad things.
I agree with you. There's positives and negatives. We haven't touched on the negatives. So your primary concern here is that this potentially becomes a larger conflict and sends millions of Venezuelans north to the United States.
Yep. North and also into other countries.
Okay, into other countries. And I understand that. And the Colombians share that concern, right? They've deployed their military to the border to prevent people from crossing.
Yep.
And I think that's a legitimate concern. That is, again, going to come down to the strategy and how this all plays out. There's, again, there's risks associated with this. One of those risks is that this becomes more prolonged and a lot more involved. And that may have that effect. There may be Venezuelans that go into other countries. And now,
you said
to
the
say
word,
that hasn't already been happening.
but you said the
because
word
it has been
prolonged, though.
happening.
I want to touch on that.
Prolonged.
I want to touch on that because here's the thing, like with Iraq, like remember that Iraq was super fast, if you recall, right? So happened like in the blink of an eye. It's like we started it was over, Saddam was captured, Saddam was executed, all right? And the United States within like 6 months returned the government of, I said Iraq, returned the government of Iraq over to back to the people. Basically, they got their person in there, they're good. But we stayed in Iraq for a total of 11 years. So we stayed there for a very long time. We wasted a lot of, we spent a lot of money, all right, well over $1 trillion. And then also we lost so many lives because of attacks. Like, are we really willing to do this again? Like, are we not going to think about like the loss to soldiers' lives that could possibly happen here? Because that's definitely a probability.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. It's a probability. I don't know.
Is it
This is the
plausible?
thing, because this is what
Is it
generally. I mean, yeah,
plausible?
but I don't know if it's.
You don't know if
It
it's
depends how
plausible or
you
not?
call. The
If
problem
we're
is,
going to
see,
be
this is
running the country, Eversort, if we're going to be running the
yeah.
country, okay, then we're going to need to have people there. Are we not? And those
No, no,
people that will
I
be
agree.
there, would they not be U.S. soldiers?
I'm not sure of what that personnel staffing mix is going to look like,
Who do you
but
think is going to be there? You're not
I
sure,
will
but who do
say
you think?
American
Indulge
citizens
me.
will be there. Let's just say that, right?
American
We got
citizens
that
will
gets
be
to the same
there.
point,
Do you think it's
right?
just going to be secretaries and the people working the
No,
back
no,
room
no.
that are going to be there?
Not, of course not. Of course, soldiers
Okay,
will be
so why
there.
don't you
I don't
just
know to
be
the extent.
intellectually
Right?
honest and say that it will be soldiers there? You can call them troops if you want to, but the American
Well,
military is going to be there, yes or no?
yes, I
Okay,
just don't know if
and
we're
it's
going
going
to
to be
have other.
people, it's
Yeah,
going to be the ground troops that will be there.
yeah. Yes, I just the problem I'm running into, and I'm not sure if you've thought about this, is the problem with, you know, arguing about these conflicts now, and this is something I'm working through in real time, so let me know what you think. But a lot of people reference Iraq and these Middle Eastern conflicts, which I think, again, and I hold strong on this, these are uniquely different in so many different ways. It makes it hard to say, okay, well, this happened in Iraq or it happened in, Afghanistan, and then we just apply it to every conflict we ever have, right? That makes it difficult to
We don't
understand.
apply it
'Cause
to every
it's
conflict that we've ever had. We don't do that. But what we can do, all right, is we can take a look at what happened and think of what's plausible and what's probable. All right, that's basically doing a risk assessment of these places to see, okay, what could happen here. All right. I mean, people in
yeah.
Iraq celebrated when Saddam was captured. Just as you all are claim that people in Venezuela are celebrating that Maduro has been captured. I haven't seen the evidence of that. Um, so there's that. But with that being said, I mean, we can also think that, okay, they could install the wrong puppet government, and this person literally could be another Shah that's going to unalive people, that's going to be corrupt, that is going to abuse his powers. So we could think that. I mean,
Yeah.
why is it so wrong to think that and not say that that's something that probably could happen and that is also plausible?
I don't think it's wrong to say. I just think it's not wrong to even do this, but I think simply saying, "Oh, this will be another Iraq," and simply, going to that makes it difficult from my perspective because it was again so uniquely different. But with regards to what could possibly happen, all of that could possibly happen. However, because of these more unique circumstances that again differentiate not only this country but the conditions, I think it would not divulge into that. And I think it's the consensus among our intelligence communities that that wouldn't be the case, either. Because at the end of the day, this is a uniquely different situation than a Middle Eastern country.
So you don't want to talk about Middle Eastern countries. So can we talk about a South American country then? Can we come back to the Americas? You want to talk about Chile?
We could talk about Middle Eastern countries. I'm not saying we
No, no, no.
can't.
I'm
I'm
saying
just saying, yeah,
no, your argument for that these things won't happen in
yeah.
Venezuela, all right, as they did in, let's say, a place like Iran, all right, or even a place like Iraq, is because it's in the Middle East, it's completely different, different culture, so on and so forth. That's your argument. So what I'm asking you then is that if we can't talk about the Middle East and relate it to that, then can we relate it to Chile? All right, can we
Sure.
relate it to them installing Pinochet? I hope I pronounced his name right. I don't want to say it wrong.
Mm-hmm.
All right, can we talk
Mm-hmm.
about them implementing Pinochet? All right, basically as a dictator for almost two decades in Chile. All right,
Yeah.
do okay. So would their cultures be similar? The
Yeah, I
demographics
think
and all those things, would that
the
be better?
comparison makes a lot more sense if we're
Okay.
gonna
All right. So what
deep dive
happened
into it.
there?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we installed Pinochet, right?
Mm-hmm.
He was a very, yeah, I guess he characterized him as a right wing sort of leader, and he was very violent.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, he was not a fan of political dissidents.
And he was installed by who? Again? Who? Who put him into power?
Uh, the United States.
Okay, the United
Um,
States. Okay.
he
You're being very
also
high level because I remember you said you like that. So you like for those that don't know, high level simply means like keeping it simple. It's corporate jargon. They love saying that shit at meetings. All right, that's all that it means. So with that being said, just to go into a little bit into the weeds, not fully there. All right, we can talk about basically how Pinochet's secret police basically executed between 3,000 to 4,000 people. We can talk about how they did mass torture. It's estimated upwards of 100,000 citizens, all right, were tortured during his regime. Okay.
yeah.
He used secret detention. Okay. All right. People didn't know where their family members were. He also had the National Stadium in Santiago, which was a concentration camp. Okay. So there's that. I mean, do we want this to happen to the Venezuela people all so that we can have some oil?
Actually, I like where you've taken this because this makes it easier and makes more sense. As we stand here now, right, the events that have taken place have taken place. The question becomes, right, there's two paths we take. Now, in my mind, we go forward with what we're doing, and bad things may happen. They will happen.
They don't
It's
have to
inevitable.
happen is the
No,
thing though.
no, they will. Whether
What I'm
we
saying is they
left,
don't have to
whether
happen ever sort.
right, but that's frankly that works only in a vacuum, right? That doesn't work in the real world. If we had not attacked Venezuela yesterday or within the last 48 hours, thousands more people would continue to die, just as we discussed in any of these examples, right? If we go forward with our plan, we implement a new government, people will still die. There will still be death. I have no doubt that there will be
Basically.
people who would be killed, right? Who would be labeled as Maduro sympathizing, terrorists, who are, I have no doubt. So the question is not,
I'm not even thinking
a question
about
of it.
Maduro supporting terrorists or anything of that nature. I'm thinking
Right.
about the insurgents that could arise from the puppet government that the United States is looking to implement in Venezuela. So those who do not agree with this new government, maybe because that new government is like Pinochet. All right,
Yes.
maybe
And
they
so,
maybe they install another dictator. I mean, we have to think
agreed.
about these things. Okay, first things first. All right, is that we all understand, okay, the human rights things that have happened, right? But that's why we have certain things in place like the International Criminal Court. All right, we have
Mhm.
that in place. But one thing I think that you really do miss out on, all right, is that, and I don't want to even look like a person that's defending Nicolás Maduro because, ew, no, he's not a good person. Okay, it's simply just not a good person at all, especially in regards to the way in which he's been running Venezuela. But we also have to think about the systematic um, barriers that have been put into place, all right, since Chavez's presidency. All right, the sanctions again on their largest commodity, the sanctions on their government officials, the sanctions on their other types of trade within that country. We have to think of these things. Like they were literally dealing with a handicap here, is what they were dealing with.
Mhm.
Okay. And so it's not like we had some guy who had the ability to freely trade with the world, who had nothing else. Like he was just, we weren't dealing with the Donald Trump, pretty much is what I'm saying.
Mhm.
Because Donald Trump doesn't have anything working against him to be doing the things in which that he's doing.
Yeah.
All right. Because Donald Trump can trade freely. All right. Matter of fact, Donald Trump started a trade war. All right.
Yeah.
Donald Trump does have the ability to sign these executive orders. All right. And he has a Congress and he has a Supreme Court. So the full, I guess, power, full force of our federal government on his side.
Yeah.
So he's not working with Maduro conditions. He doesn't
Yeah.
have someone who's been trying to overthrow him for over decades now, all right, in an attempt to capture and exploit their resources.
Hmm.
Okay, so my whole thing is just simply this: is that Hector's come here to correct you on a few things too. I'm pretty sure of it. But my whole thing is that we didn't have to do it this way. We didn't have
Hmm.
to bomb their capital. I know that you're okay with it, all right, but that's where we disagree. We did not have to bomb them, all right.
Hmm.
Just like with what's his name, Juan Orlando Hernandez, he could have been extradited. Do you know who Juan Orlando Hernandez is?
Honestly, that name's not ringing a bell. So,
It's the
but
former president of Honduras who was convicted of narco trafficking. All right, sentenced to
oh, right.
45 years, and Donald Trump recently pardoned him. Those
Yeah.
are the same crimes that Maduro is being charged with.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
No. I
for him, we
understand.
could have
You
extradited
make a good
him.
point. No. You make a good point. Your approach, very well. I mean, I think what you're saying is we should have taken a more diplomatic approach to this whole
Why
thing.
not? Why use
The
brute
question.
force?
Well, I think here's the difference is, number one, I think, it could work. I'm not going to say it couldn't work, but Venezuela is much more powerful than, um, Honduras ever was. Maduro also has, much more control of the military than Hernandez
What are you
ever did.
talking
Cap,
about?
I got
Hernandez literally had a secret police also.
Yeah,
Hernandez
no, yeah, I
also,
agree.
hold on one moment. Hernandez also used that secret police and the military of Honduras to harass, kill, all right? Like he did the same things. He literally did the exact same things. All
I'm not
right.
saying he
When I
didn't.
say a
I,
literal, okay, I'm so sorry because I'm a stickler for words. All right. He did, all right, similar things to what Maduro did.
correct. Yeah,
Okay.
I agree
So,
with you.
I mean, what excuse are you about to make? Don't piss me off.
No, I agree with you. I'm simply saying there is varying level and scale and degrees here. I don't. I mean,
okay,
it's
real quick, because I gotta run. I got a question. Where did you hear or see that Colombia deployed troops to their border to stop people from coming in?
honestly, I had heard someone on CNN say that briefly. I'm not really standing on that one. So,
Yeah, doubtful. They deployed their people to secure their border and ensure that they can give out humanitarian aid to anybody who may have needed it. That was the goal, because
so
they had
sorry.
an
What
influx of
was
people
what
coming in,
was
and anyone quite literally could have slipped in and they stay well their area. So yeah,
what phrase did I say that you disagree with so staunchly?
you specifically said that Colombia deployed troops to the border to
Right.
stop people from coming in,
To stop people from coming in. Yep.
to stop the Venezuelans.
That's a general directive of the Colombian military. I think it might not be their primary goal, but if you think that they were just going to let people come in and the military wouldn't do anything, that's a little
That's
naive.
speculation.
Obviously, they would
But you
vet
mentioned the
individuals
reason.
based
Why,
off of whatever reason they'd be coming to the
why would the
border. But
Colombian military?
the specific cited reason had nothing to do with stopping anyone from coming in.
You're
That
right.
is
You're right. They
misinformation.
deployed to the border to provide humanitarian aid to a city that's nowhere near the border. Genius. That's brilliant.
No,
Okay.
literally, they had a meeting. I'm looking at it right now. They had a meeting, a 3 a.m. meeting. All right. And the three reasons were preparing for a massive refugee influx. All right.
Yep. Number one.
Because I'm not finished. Colombia,
I mean, that's
hold on one moment. Calm down, bro.
All right, I gotta run.
All right. Have fun at your black job. All right. So Colombia already has like over 3 million Venezuelan migrants there. All right. And he said, President Petro said that the primary goal of the deployment is to mobilize all available humanitarian assistance. Yep. Yep. And so basically they're preparing for the fact that the US has said that they're going to run Venezuela, that they're going to have more migrants coming into the country, and they want to be able to ensure that they have basically the manpower, all right, and the ability to take those people in. So there's that.
yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I agree with you. It was I think this was like it was not even a point of a discussion. It was a
Yeah,
phrase
but you
that they
kind
deployed
of
troops to
you
the
harped
border.
on that because we were
I,
talking about
I,
people migrating. and
Well,
you
yeah,
said it, so that's why he wanted to correct it because it was
but
misinformation.
it was not a correction. It was an addition. You were basically saying to stop a. You mentioned that one of their 3 directives was to prevent an influx of refugees. What does that mean? I mean, that's very simple. That's to prevent people
I
from
never
pouring into
said
Colombia.
prevent. I said preparing for a massive refugee influx. Preparing
Okay,
and
so
prevent are different words.
are you under the assumption that Colombia was preparing to accept a massive influx of
Yeah, they already
Venezuelan
have 3
refugees?
million Venezuelan immigrants. I literally just read it to you.
And
Did you hear what the
so does the
president said?
United States. Does
Do
that
you
mean we're
hear what?
ready
No,
for an
Donald Trump's
influx
trying
of
to get
refugees?
rid of them.
Okay,
Donald Trump's
but
trying to
that's
get
my
rid of
that's
them.
Mexico has plenty of Venezuelans. Are they
After
going to accept them?
destabilizing, all right, Venezuela in 2019, he decided in 2021 to give them deferred deportation, is what he decided to do. So,
Yeah.
what you said when you said that Colombia put troops at their border to prevent Venezuelans from coming in, that was a lie. Therefore, Hector was just correcting it. Okay. That's all he was doing. He was correcting it because the president of Colombia never said that they were preventing migrants from coming into their country. They're preparing for a massive refugee influx. And if allowed to finish, I'll let you know why he said that. Okay. As I mentioned, they want to provide all available humanitarian assistance. All right. And along with the U.S. saying that it will run Venezuela, all right, President Petro is preparing for the potential for a power struggle between Delcy Rodríguez, who's the vice president, all right, and whatever interim president or puppet government that the Trump administration installs over there in Venezuela. All right, so he's expecting a surge of families, all right, to flee a potential civil war. So they're trying to be proactive versus reactive. Does that make sense?
Yes, if
Okay.
Colombia accepts millions of Venezuelan refugees, then I will personally, issue an apology for saying that they would do that. I am highly doubtful they would, and that's probably political speech. But I think we're veering off topic here. I could care less about what the Colombians are doing.
No, it's
That's
literally
not
just a
really
matter
what's
of we
important.
don't want to misstate. We don't want to misrepresent the facts here. I'm actually a stickler for that. So shout out to Hector for correcting that. I appreciate you, bro. Drop some hearts in the chat for Hector. But go on.
I don't remember what we were talking about
I
before
don't
that,
either.
unfortunately. Um, here's a good one for you, because you said we could have done it a different way, but given that time has now given us the situation it has, what do you think would be the best course of action for the United States?
How much longer is this
Yeah.
episode?
Hold
For
on
you
one
to
moment.
shut up.
Hey. Not both of you coming in
Sorry.
here like that.
No, I just
Hold
have a
on one
question,
moment. You don't get to do
Erica.
that. Hold on,
Sorry.
please. Are you a
Apologies.
Trump supporter?
No.
Okay.
No, but can I ask you a question just very quickly? Just give me 30 seconds. I'm Irish. I agree with everything you're saying right now, but I just want to know why a lot of people outside of the States aren't allowed to talk on these lives because they don't understand the trickle down effect that Trump has had on Ireland, especially since 2016. It's been horrific. Like the racial abuse that's been happening over here because of Trump's politics. And whenever I try to speak on lives on TikTok, it's like, oh well, you're not in America, and I completely understand. I understand it's completely different over there, but the trickle down effect that it has had over here has been huge. So I just wanted some clarity from Americans. Do you understand that we've such empathy for people that don't support Trump, and what you're going through, and it must be horrific, but also that we are also have copycats, basically.
Yeah. It's like fascism wants to take over the world now. It's pretty much for me because I understand what your question is. You're basically asking why has he had this type of impact. I have no freaking
Yeah.
idea, but I think he appeals to the global minority, and the global minority is in fact white people, and part of that minority is white men. Uh, he kind
Yeah.
of inhibits like all of these qualities that they wish that that they could have. The thing he says, the things that they wish that they could say. He does the things that they wish that they could do. So they look to him as that beacon of like, you know what? If he can do it, I can do it too.
Yeah,
So
and but you know, the way it was is like it was like maybe it was like a slow um impact in the States, but then
no, it wasn't.
to us it seemed like instant, right? And
No, it
then
wasn't. Donald Trump
it
been around since
slowly.
20. Donald Trump has always been in the United
No,
States
no,
of
I know
America,
that.
but like,
But
no,
what
no,
I'm
let me
saying is
finish.
for here, sorry, I
For
apologize.
for us with the political scene thing, Donald Trump has always been in the background. I mean, in 2012, he was on TV
Mm.
basically saying that Barack Obama wasn't a U.S. citizen, that his birth certificate was fake.
Yeah,
Okay,
see,
and
sorry, I'm Irish. We didn't know, I didn't even know who Trump was until 2014, 2015. It just wasn't in our media, it wasn't,
uh-huh.
on our radar.
Yeah, if you let me finish,
But what I'm,
I can tell you that then when he jumped
yeah,
on the scene in 2015, all right, and he came down that golden escalator, all right, for some reason or another, people who were never Trumpers that were like, you know what, I'll never vote for that guy. That
mm,
guy's a fucking idiot. All right, all of a sudden, for
mm,
some reason or another, because he was saying the things that they wanted to say, said that Mexico isn't sending their best. All right, that they're sending
yeah,
the rapists and drug smugglers, all that stuff. Like he was just saying all of the bad stuff. All right,
yeah,
and people like Mark literally just said it in the chat. Like people thought it was a joke until it wasn't. No one took it
yeah.
serious until it was serious, and by the time it was serious, it was too late. So now we do have other places, all right, who want their own brand of Trump. All right, because Trump
Okay.
is a populist candidate. All
Mm,
right, he comes across as the person who is for the common man. And in the United States of America, all right, and I'm pretty sure in
mm-hmm,
a place like Ireland, the common man is
mm-hmm,
the white man. So
yeah.
I think that he appeals to those people who feel like something has been taken from them and they want it back. And the way that they get it back is by punching down on those who are different than they are.
No, 100%. And like, full of to, I feel so bad that you live in a country that is undergoing what's happening right now. But I just want, like, it trickled down from 2015, 2016. It slowly trickled down to Ireland. I can't say much about the UK because
Mm-hmm.
it's different, but like, like Conor McGregor, I mean, absolute scumbag, sorry, but like um it trickled down slowly. And I mean, I have um male friends who I've fell out with because of the Donald Trump effect, we call
Mm-hmm.
it. But I just wanted to hear from your perspective, basically, what like how it happened. So over like the past 10 years or so, because here is it just crept up on us, like slowly and slowly and slowly. And now there's people that just want to be like like I know we take media is huge, like from the 70s 80s, from the States. And like we were brought up in that, basically.
Mm-hmm.
But with politics like this, there's never been such a huge effect that it is impacting vulnerable people here, and it's really scary.
Well, unfortunately, I
And
don't know. The only thing I can say is that um, people will have to continue to basically stand up and speak out against the things that are happening. I am not an expert, or even like I can't even say that I have like a basic level of knowledge on what's happening in Ireland. But if thank you for the fireworks, I appreciate that. Thank you, Johnny. But I would say, like here in the States, what we're doing is people like myself, people like the majority of the people here in the chat, the people that I know on and offline, continue to speak up and against what the Trump administration is doing. Also, exercising your civic duty to vote is one way
mhm.
to go about doing it, and just keep being loud. because we can't let these things hold people who are being ableist accountable, hold people who are being racist accountable, hold the misogynist accountable, hold these people accountable. All right, don't let it slide. Speak up and say something. That's
Well,
all that
thank you
you
for
really can
educating
do.
me. I
Mhm.
appreciate you.
Right, no
Thank
worries.
you.
I just gave you Black women labor, and I can't believe I did it for free. Oh my God, what's happening? Maybe happy joy really did get to
Well,
me.
no, Irish people. I feel like that are Irish people and
Don't say it. I'm gonna let you
the
go. Don't do it. Don't do it.
what? No.
Thank you so much for coming up. I appreciate you. I hope you have a great night. No, seriously, when a Black woman tells you, don't do it, don't do it. I promise. Don't do it. Whatever instinct you have to do it, don't do it. I promise. But thank you so much for coming up. I appreciate you. I actually like this little reprieve. It was pretty cool. All right. I hope you have
Thank
a
you.
great night.
Good night. Good night. Thank you.
Bye. Awesome. Drop some hearts in the chat. I like that. That was a great reprieve. Great reprieve. All right, guys. Quick mod announcement. It's over 340 people here. Let's make sure we're doing all of the good things. Let's keep tapping the screen. All right, we're at 85,000 likes. We've been on for over an hour. You all are too relaxed for me. I need you to get engaged and locked in. All right. I know Eversort is here and he's a bore. I get it. All right. But lock in, guys. Lock in. All right. Let's get these likes up to 150,000 likes. So let's tap the screen. Also, let's go ahead and knock out the donuts. We've been working on those for a while. We have 44 of those to go. So let's knock out the donuts. Also, continue to share and repost the live. And also, if you'd like to support the stream, I forgot my name for a moment. Everything with Erica is the name. Links in the bio. Everything with Erica, PayPal, and Venmo. I also have a Zelle, everything with Erica9@gmail.com. And if you're over on the tube, the best way to support the stream is via a super chat, like Joshi did. Thank you so very much, Joshi, for the $10 super chat. Joshi said, in an alternate universe, we elected Kamala and are getting child tax credits, first-time homeowner subsidies, and FTC going after price gouging, no random bombings, no 3 a.m. tweets. Don't be depressed, love. I am sending you so much hug. Like so many hugs. All right? So many hugs to you, Josie. Okay? I know it's easier said than done, but please, if you can, choose your brand of joy, my love. Choose your brand of joy. Drop some hearts in the chat and show all of the love to Joshi over there on the tube, y'all. I need to see those hearts in the chat. If you're a member on the tube and if you're a super fan here over on the TikToks, all right, you can drop some hearts. You can drop the heart sticker. Thank you so very much. Again, if you'd like to support, links in the bio. Everything with Erica is the name. And if you're on the tube, you can send a super chat. Everything is definitely appreciated and most definitely accepted. Thank you all so very much. All right, so Eversor. All right, we can talk about the possibilities until we're blue in the face. All right, is that literally the only thing that you support Donald Trump for right now?
Yeah, I mean, look, I don't support Donald Trump, but I think this is larger than Donald Trump. And this is going to be controversial. You probably won't like this, but I truly believe that if Kamala Harris would have won, we, as a United States, in our complex, in our intelligence agencies, we would have done something like this. I don't know if it would have been today, yesterday, but it would have happened. And I wholly believe that. And it's true. It's consistent within American foreign policy. It's not Republican foreign policy.
No,
It's
it's
not
American
Democratic
foreign policy.
Yeah.
Imperialism is
So, yeah.
definitely America's one of America's foreign policy platforms or traits or however the hell you want to call it. But yeah.
So I don't think it's supporting Donald Trump. I think it's supporting American foreign policy. This would have happened regardless of who had won the presidency.
I don't think it would have happened though.
You don't think so? Really?
No, I think what it's all speculation anyways, but I think more so for Kamala Harris, it would have been, of course, more diplomatic and likely done in a way of extradition versus bombing the place and cutting the lights off and giving citizens PTSD. I think it would have been done in a much more smoother, of course, much more diplomatic.
Yeah, maybe. I get. There's no point on obviously it's a possibility.
Right?
Right?
Exactly.
I think U.S. foreign policy typically errs on the side of not doing that, but either way, I think it's fine.
I wouldn't disagree with you. I mean, I look at Barack Obama and Gaddafi, so there's that.
Yeah,
So
he would not have had a problem doing this. So I think
I don't
it's more
think
of a question
I
of,
think Barack actually would have had a problem with like doing the strikes. The drone
you think
strikes
so?
were a bit different. I don't think he would have had a problem with capturing Maduro, but I think he may have had a possibility with the strikes and how they were carried out. So
Yeah.
I'm not sure though.
It-
I'm not sure.
it- so what I was going to ask before that lady had come in here, and I don't really know what she was even talking about. It's like
She was talking
4:30 in the
about
morning
Ireland and how
in
Ireland,
Ireland.
all right, is they've been a bit fascist over there in Ireland. The people are,
Okay.
all right, they've been a lot racist.
Okay. See that
Yeah,
I didn't know
likely
that. So
misogynistic.
to me it sounded like a tipsy tirade. So that makes sense with the context. But okay.
You got to
Um,
be tipsy to speak tipsy, but I don't think she was tipsy.
yeah. So the question. So I
Ireland.
guess now, given that we're in this situation, the bombs
What
have
time is it
dropped
in Ireland? Now I'm curious.
4:30 in the morning.
Yeah,
So
it's not
that's
a
why
tipsy situation.
I was laughing a bit. Now that we're in this situation, right?
Hmm.
There's no going back. You know, what do you think's in the best interest of the country? Do we, even taking, let's say, the worst case scenario you offered up, which is that we install some right wing leader and they become very violent and whatever, what is better for the country's national interests at this point in time? Do we allow Maduro's vice president to simply carry on the status quo, or do we continue with our plan?
How do
Because
we
those are
know
the
that
options
she?
we have, right?
No, literally, those are the only options that we have. But how do we know that that Rodriguez is going to carry on the status quo?
Well, I mean, she's been very loyal to him and has spoken very highly of him and everything he's done. So I don't know her personally, but I can only work with what she's given. And I think it's pretty clear that she would simply take power and probably enjoy the power that she'd be afforded. Um, I don't know what decision
You know
she'd
what I
make on a
think
day
we
to
should
day that
do?
would be different. But
I think we should allow the people of Venezuela to vote. That's what we should do.
well, they did, and Maduro rigged the election, so
But
it's kind of
Maduro's
tough,
not there
you know.
anymore. So you're asking what we should do now.
Oh, correct, but
But he's not there anymore.
his predecessor and his entire cabinet of generals
Vote
and
another vote.
administrative government bureaucrats are still all there, right?
But why
So,
can't Gonzalez win again along with what's her name? Machado. I hope I said her name right. Maria.
who knows? Maybe that's what we'll do. I mean, once the United
Oh
States
no, Donald
secures,
Trump already said they don't want I don't want to mispronounce her name. Machado. I can't say her name. Last name the same. I'm gonna call her Maria, Miss Maria. All right. He
Mhm,
already said he doesn't want Maria in place. He doesn't want to put
mhm,
her in power. He doesn't think that she's popular enough, which is crazy considering that she didn't win the primary. So there's that. I mean, but
yeah.
yeah.
Well,
So
I don't know what we're doing exactly. I don't know if there's going to be an election at some point in time. I'm sure there will be. I don't know if it's going to be to put someone in charge in the near term.
no, it's not.
That's all
What's
I'm.
gonna happen? All right, because you asked me what do I think we should do, and I told you what I think we should do. What I think is gonna happen is something completely different. What I think is gonna happen is that the Trump administration is gonna put a loyalist, all right, to Western countries, so basically the United States, so a U.S. loyalist in place, all right, and we're just basically gonna see like Pinochet 2.0, all right. That's basically it.
Mhm.
Maybe some Shaw. I don't know.
So
Maybe we'll see that.
okay, and that's fine. You
That's
take
not fine. It's
well,
not
no,
fine because people are gonna
you take a
die.
very you take
What are we
people will
doing?
die regardless. People are going to die regardless. We have to accept that.
People are
Whether we
going to
allow
die regardless. But if we can mitigate the amount of people that will die
yes,
regardless, then why the
yes.
hell shouldn't we?
I think that by going forward with our strategy, we will minimize the amount of deaths in the long
I
term.
doubt it.
Yes.
History does
Well,
not. History does not prove so, sir. History just
well,
simply does not prove, sir. It doesn't.
you know, that's your perspective. I think you take a pessimistic view on
I
what
don't
the
take a
outcome will be.
pessimistic view. I'm a realist. I think we should look to the past to see the future, and the past has shown us that this shit don't work. All right, that you
Well,
give a
not
man an inch,
always,
you
but
give him an
yeah.
itch, he's gonna take 5 football fields. So there's that. All right. Also, you're gonna have the people. All right, we're destabilizing this country even further. Okay, we're taking their resources from them. All right, they won't be able to benefit, all right, from their own resources. Okay, and then like you support this, but like, how is this America first? How does this benefit the U.S.? And I don't want you to mention anything about revenue, about oil, profits, none of that. Don't mention anything of that nature. I want to know, how does this benefit the US people?
Well, I won't mention revenues or profits, but you still
Or
won't like the
oil.
answer
Don't mention
probably.
oil.
I won't mention oil either,
Okay.
believe it or not.
Matter of fact, don't mention any
Um,
type of trade, because I don't give a fuck. I want to know
no
how this
trade
is actually
either.
going to improve the material conditions of like US citizens. Like, how is this going to benefit us?
Okay, well, when you say material conditions, it's difficult to quantify.
Really? You think
But
so?
if you ask me that without the qualifier of how
No,
can I
because like
prove
when
out
we
the
went to war
dollar,
with Afghanistan, all right? When we went to, okay,
yeah,
so I can tell you material conditions of going to war with Afghanistan, all right? Because Afghanistan, all right, was where Osama bin Laden was, right? All right, he was between Afghanistan and Pakistan. We knew we weren't going to go into Pakistan because Pakistan was considered an ally. So we weren't going to go there, but we knew we could go to Afghanistan to go look for him, okay? So we going after, what's his name? Osama bin Laden and the T group, okay? All right, that would improve the material conditions of our lives because we would not have the threat, all right, of another terrorist strike on our hands. Okay, that would make it easier for Americans to actually go out and enjoy, all right, their lives, all right, without the fear of threat level orange or threat level red. Okay, that would help us. That would make us not be afraid to fly in airplanes again. Okay, so that's how going to war in Afghanistan specifically, and I'm talking just about Afghanistan, all right, helped improve the material conditions of Americans' lives. Okay, the war in Iraq was some bullshit. That's all I got for that one. I had nothing else. That was just some bullshit. But Afghanistan was a bit different. So, with that being said, how, all right, will this coup in Venezuela improve the material conditions of Americans? I just want to know. What is it?
I believe indirectly it will improve the economic conditions of America.
Oh, you're mentioning money again. See, I told you not to do that. You're mentioning money.
Okay, fair enough. Indirectly,
See?
it will improve the safety
And
of Americans.
but it'll improve the economy because why? Why? Why would it improve the economy? Are you going to say oil? Are you going to try to find another way to say oil?
No.
Mm-hmm.
No, it improves the economy indirectly because it weakens our largest economic competitor, right? Which is China. I'm not really concerned about oil. Right? The United States has a lot of oil. Let's be real. The Chinese don't have oil. Okay, they
What's
need
the
to get
main
it
thing
from
that the
everywhere.
Chinese get
Right?
from Venezuela?
Oil.
Okay, then. The fuck are you talking about? Eversor? Just be honest here, okay?
Well, I'm telling you,
All right.
it weakens
It
China
will weaken them
dramatically.
because they won't have access to a commodity that they need. They won't have
Well, yes,
access
but
to this resource. That's how it's
when
going
you
to
have a
weaken them.
country, when you
That's
have a country
it.
as impoverished as
Silly.
Venezuela, and they only have one resource that the world really cares about a lot. Obviously, they have gold and other things, but for the sake of this discussion, oil is really important. And frankly, you can't not mention Venezuela and not say oil because oil intertwines in every
Oh wait, you
facet
have
of
that
modern
anime
life.
character in your profile. So
Yes, I
Don,
do.
I don't take it
Yes.
to be so. You're not a Trump supporter, are you?
No, I
didn't think
actually
so.
just wanted to ask Evercore a question really fast.
Okay, go
Sure.
ahead. I don't care.
Okay, so we went and kidnapped the president of Venezuela. So, and Republicans are saying it's good because Venezuelans are happy about it. So if somebody came and kidnapped Trump, would it be okay? Because half the country would love that.
That's a fantastic question.
Well, I don't know who we're citing as because we're saying people are celebrating it's okay. I don't think that's the reason why it's okay that
You
we do
can
what
go
we
on.
do.
You can literally look it up on TikTok.
I'm not
There are
debating. I'm not
conservatives-
denying that.
There
I'm
are
saying it's not
conservatives
my
all over this
perspective.
platform screaming, Democrats are crying while Venezuelans are cheering for freedom because we did a good thing.
Okay, well,
So
I am a
that mean that
Democrat, and I don't
so
have
does that
that
mean that
perspective.
another country can do that and do that for Trump?
No.
Why?
I mean,
he broke laws.
The question is,
He broke laws, though.
What law did he break?
The UN law where it says you can't go kidnap another person's leader.
That sounds like that law was written in crayon. You might need to be a little more specific with me.
Oh, you can look it up if you want. It's literally a law.
Literally a law, and you you basically told me
in a part of a world thing that we are part of in the United Nations.
Yep.
It is illegal to go kidnap a sovereign nation's leader.
Yeah.
And that's what we did.
I'm not saying it's not true. I just want you to tell me the actual law, because
I just told you the actual law. It's
no. You summarized your thought.
I don't need
to.
That's the law. Just you can summarize law all the time. Cops do
Sovereign immunity.
Erica will tell us. There we go. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Number one, your question of is it okay if Canada comes into the U.S. and so just to be clear, this is what you're asking me, so we can be quick. You're saying that Canada, is it okay if a foreign country comes in, right, kidnaps Donald Trump? Is that what you're saying? And then extradites him back to
the exact same thing what we just did in Venezuela, guy.
Yeah. Is it okay from an American perspective? No.
And the best part is there's even a bounty already on Donald Trump's head.
Okay.
So
from the American perspective, no, that would not be okay. From the North Korean perspective, I'm sure they would agree with you. They would say, hey, now we can go kidnap Donald Trump. So then you agree
that Donald Trump's a dictator doing whatever he wants.
You're going to have to map the logic for us there.
You just did it.
No, I
didn't. You literally just said in North Korea it would be okay, and we just did what you said North Korea would do.
Okay. All right, Don. This is a question of perspective. Okay, from an American perspective,
why would it be okay to do in Venezuela, but not okay to do in the United States, though? I think that's the part that you have to make sense of.
Because yes, and I know, and I'm trying to get to it. We're saying, is it okay? We're saying, is it okay from a moral or like high level perspective?
No,
is
I'm
something
saying
right
it's
or wrong?
okay because half the country doesn't want him here.
Yeah.
Okay. No.
Which is what Trump and all of you Republicans are claiming that Venezuelans wanted.
Okay.
They wanted him out, and we needed to fix their country for them without them asking us to.
Okay. I'm a Democrat, and no,
I don't care what
it's
you
still
are.
Not okay.
You support Trump. That's what I'm talking about. Trump supporters. I don't give a shit what side of the political party you are. I'm an independent. Fuck both parties.
Okay, that's fine. No, from an American perspective,
I'm an American.
What we did to Maduro does not qualify foreign countries to do the same thing to Donald Trump. Now,
yes,
you might ask yourself, that doesn't sound very fair, does it? The world isn't fair.
So
countries with power can do things
because
other
it's not
countries
fair.
Can't. So I'm not saying if it's legal or not.
So we can use your same justification against Trump.
Exactly.
You can do it all you want.
Though.
Your logic is literally flawed because you're saying we can do it, but they can't. They can.
That's precisely what I'm saying.
But
if a foreign country,
you're not telling us why they can't, though. That's all I want to know. I want to hear your reasoning for why they can't do it. Why can't another country come into the United States of America, all right, and just kidnap, take Trump, take him away from here?
Because they lack the capability. It's pretty simple.
That's not true at all. He could have been kidnapped when he went to Europe. He could have been kidnapped when he was on the plane from Saudi Arabia that they gave him.
Shoulda. I don't want to play the
No, it's not. No, but that doesn't make any sense. No one cares about whether or not they have the capabilities. Hold on one moment, Don. No one cares about whether or not they have the capabilities to do it, because that's not the point of this question. Okay, all right. He's trying to see if your logic is consistent here. All right, if it's okay for the United States, all right, to go into Venezuela, all right, and basically kidnap, all right, the sitting president of a sovereign nation, all right, why isn't it okay for another country to come and do that here in the United States of America with Donald Trump? All right, don't tell me about the capabilities. Tell me why it wouldn't be okay for them to do it.
We could even go far as to say Russia. We know Russia has the capabilities to do it. What if Russia got sick of Trump and was like, we're putting our puppet
Or
in
China.
instead of this stupid old man? Or China, or Iran, or any other country that felt like they could run it better than Trump can.
Pretty sure Great
Because
Britain
that's
has
what
the
Trump's doing in
capabilities.
Venezuela.
Right.
If,
Okay.
if
So I want to avoid going in circles here, but I understand
There's
what you're
no
trying
circles
to get at.
though. It's because you
No,
haven't
no, there
answered
is.
the
We're going to
question
end
yet.
up in a circle because here's the question. You're saying, okay, let's not even use any of the words kidnapping or anything like that.
Yeah.
Let's just say,
yeah, let's not use the words of what actually happened.
Country A bombs country B. Does that mean country B can just bomb country A? Of course it does. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Of course it does. So,
I didn't
yes,
say it didn't.
yes, a foreign country, if they would like to try, could kidnap the United States president. Okay, that's how the world works. I'm not saying it's right or wrong from a moral perspective or if it's a good or bad. I'm saying from an American perspective, from a Western aligned country perspective, no, it wouldn't be okay for a foreign country to kidnap a Western leader. Okay, that's but hey, if I was a
then
North
why is it
Korean,
okay
if
for
I
the
was
United
Kim
States
Jong,
to do it? Why are
if I
you
was
justifying it for the United States?
because it's in America's interests. You have to
It's not in
understand.
America's interest. We just want their oil. That's all. We want somebody installed in Venezuela to take care
literally
of their
just went
oil
over
and give
that.
it to us instead
Yes,
of China.
listen, what I'm trying to map here is that foreign
Eversor, be so
policy.
fucking for real.
What I'm trying to map here is that foreign policy, no matter what country, is incredibly hypocritical.
Foreign policy.
Its
He doesn't
rules.
have any foreign policy.
It's
His foreign policy is bow down to me or I'm going to bomb the shit out of you.
his foreign
Unless you're
policy.
bigger than me, and then I won't say nothing and I'll cower like a bitch.
Okay, that's fine. You can believe what you'd like to
That's
believe about
literally
U.S.
what
foreign
he
policy.
does.
Okay, Donald Trump
Literally.
does not shape. I mean, yeah, he shapes U.S. foreign policy, but it's a lot deeper than that. Okay.
He doesn't shape it because he doesn't have any foreign
He does
policy.
not
His
have
foreign
foreign
policy
policy.
is if you're not white, you're wrong.
Pretty
Oh,
much.
okay, that's not
Don,
even.
hold on one moment. Eversor, hold on one moment. Welcome in, Caso Raid. Welcome in, Caso Raid. Thank you all so very much for being here. I appreciate each and every last one of you. Drop some hearts in the chat for the Caso Raid, y'all. All right. Since you are here, and I thank you again for being here, can you guys do me a favor while you're here? You see that purple face at the bottom? That is my backup. That's Erica Shante. All right. One, I guess. I don't know. I can't remember the username. But make sure you follow that account, that you're following that one. Also, if you look in the top left-hand corner of your screen and you see the word follow, make sure that you are following me. So let's make sure we're doing that. Also, we love to do all of the good things over here, guys. All of the good things. So let's make sure that we are tapping the screen. We are looking to get up to 200,000 likes. So let's tap that screen. Also, we are working on the donuts. All right. We have 16 of those to go. So let's knock those out. And let's make sure we are sharing and reposting the live. With that being said, if you're coming from Caso's room and you are a Trump supporter, go ahead and get in the box. All right, let's have a conversation. Okay, let's talk about it because why the fuck not? All right. And guys, also I am working on my gift gallery. I don't normally ask for this. I leave that to Hector, but he's busy. All right. And so, yeah, I have 3 things left in my gift gallery. If you would be so kind to knock that out, that'd be super cool. I would appreciate that. And speaking of Hector sent a $4.99 super chat and said regarding Eversor, I don't like him. Wait, I have to say it like Hector. He said, I don't like him. That's how Hector said it. All right, shout out to Hector. Drop some hearts in the chat for Hector. Also, thank you so very much over on the tube to Charles Miller. Charles, thank you so much for sending out the 5 Everything with Erica memberships. You're fucking awesome. Lou Rhodes, you're now a member. So is Reality Bites Back. 3 dolls, 6 pencils, Black Sparrows, and Bonnie Makes. I hope I said that right. Bonnie Makes. Thank you so very much. If you receive the membership from Charles, make sure you say thank you. Also, shout out to Sean for sending out the membership over there on the tube. Also, you guys get access to the pretty cool stickers. All right, and you also get access to the Discord. So make sure you're taking advantage of your benefits. Thank you all so very much. And sometimes I post in the community just for the members, so that's pretty awesome too. So let's just keep doing all of the good things, guys, and get back to Eversour's flawed logic. Because why is it okay for the United States? And I want you to make sense because so far you haven't made it make sense. It's not circular. I really just want you to make sense. Okay?
And I would really like him to answer my question before I have to leave, because I have to go back to work. My break's almost over.
Okay.
So
Fast.
please answer my question.
No, it would not be okay because not every country is equal, and we have asymmetrical standards that countries abide by. That's my answer. I hope it leaves you well.
Yeah, it just confirms that you guys do the whataboutism and can't really answer a question.
Exactly.
You would rather allow him to do dictator shit and make excuses for it than hold him accountable for all the negative shit he's doing. I have to go. Erica, thank you so much for allowing me the time on your platform.
Thank you for being here.
Whatever your name is, I hope you figure it out. You're wearing a Democrat. That's for damn sure.
You're not. Yeah, but thank you so much for coming up, Don. I hope you have a great night, love.
You too.
Mom Donnie. Okay, Mom Donnie. So
people say I'm not a Democrat. Has everyone forgotten what the party is all about here? I mean, I know the younger, newer Democrats, like that are more democratic socialists. Like, I'm not a democratic socialist, people.
I'm not a democratic socialist either.
The Democrats are, hello, we're capitalists, number one. Number two, we are, how should I say this? We are interventionists, meaning we believe in U.S. foreign policy intervening in foreign affairs. So maybe it's other people who aren't Democrats, because I know where my party stands, and I know where the establishment
it's more so about
stands.
harm reduction, though. That's more so what it's about. All right, if you support Donald Trump, actually, yes, it does. If you support Donald Trump in the action in which he's taking in Venezuela, then you can't be a Democrat. The Democratic Party doesn't even agree with what he's doing. Like, give me the name of one Democratic, one sitting senator or congressman in the right now, today. Like, who said that they agree with this?
I don't know who said they agree or do not agree with it.
They don't
today.
agree with it. We can look to see
I'm sure
don't agree.
I know a lot of people don't, mainly because they want to pass the War Power Resolution Act, but there is I think, again, people undermine the reality that if, let's say, Kamala Harris had won the election, that we wouldn't be just as interventionist as we are today.
I'm actually kind of tired of talking about ifs and coulds and shouldas and wouldas with you. I really am. I really am. I want to talk about things that have actually happened, because the Democratic Party doesn't even support what Donald Trump is doing. All right, and you're claiming to be a Democrat. I don't believe you anymore. I just don't.
And that's fine. The Democratic Party will never support what Donald Trump does, and that's I generally agree with that. I think that politics is a game that's being played, especially when it comes to controversial things like warlike conflict, and that's fine. But let's not forget how the House voted.
Are you a Trump supporter? Hi, Moon. Are you a Trump supporter?
Hi. No.
Okay.
Not at all. I do have a question for, is that Eric? I don't even know.
It's Eversore. But one moment, I'm going to make a public service announcement. Okay, actually, go ahead. Ask your question. Go ahead. I'll make it after you ask. Go ahead.
Do you think Trump is good for America in general?
No.
Period. That's all I literally needed to hear.
Okay.
No.
Well, thank you so much for coming up, love. I appreciate you. All right. No. Trump isn't good for America. We all know that. And that's why I don't understand why you're supporting this. And the only reason that you listed, all right, even though I told you not to, listed as to how this could actually improve the material condition of Americans' lives is you mentioned economics. Indirectly, economics is what you said. So
look,
if it ain't about the oil, then let's just say that you're okay, that you're a dirty, filthy capitalist, all right? And you're excited about maybe your investment prospects. Is that what it is? Are you excited? Are you about to invest in Exxon?
I'm not a shareholder of ExxonMobil.
What about Chevron? Which oil company do you have stock in?
Honestly, I couldn't tell you. But with that being said, I just think I'm a little surprised about how many people think you're not a Democrat if you support interventionism in U.S. foreign policy. Because let's not forget how the House voted on the Iraq War. Okay, you know, like people
I don't
tend to
care. I
forget
was
that.
doing something.
Yeah, it's
So,
like
in regards to the Democratic Party, all right, Democratic Party does not support this, as I mentioned. All right, Senator Andy Kim of New Jersey specifically called out Secretary of State Marco Rubio, all right, and Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth over the operation. He pointed to remarks that officials made during the briefings, all right, late last year. What did he say? He said Secretaries Rubio and Hegseth looked every senator in the eye a few weeks ago and said this wasn't about regime change. I didn't trust them then, and we see now that they blatantly lied to Congress. He wrote this on X. All right. And I'm reading from the Hill, but we can look at his X post. I can pull that up for us to see.
not necessary.
It's not, I want to read
I
the
take you
whole
at your
thing,
word.
actually. I do. I want to read the whole thing. Because this is haberdashery.
You know, and
I'm
you tell
listening.
me what you think about this, but you know, and I understand that there's, you know, a number of people voicing concern about this from the party. I mean, personally, and this is just in general, again, because I know the party's history of supporting American conflict and war. I personally think the opposition is more so because congressional approval was not sought and was not given. And should it had it been given, there would be no mainstream opposition to this, except from how should I say it? The newer Democrats, or not even Democrats, but like the Democratic Socialists, you know, the left wing people. Those people, yeah, they'd be totally up in arms about this. This, I think, is a little bit more of a process issue.
The
You know,
majority of
because
things with Donald Trump is about a process issue, but I don't think that's the case at all here. I think people don't think that you should be able to go into a sovereign nation and just kidnap their president. Like again, that's why we talked about diplomacy earlier. All right, there's like a way in which you can actually do things, and Donald Trump doesn't do it that way. Everything with him is brute force. All right, is literally brute force. Okay, I think there's a reason why Maduro didn't take the supposed offer to just leave, as Donald Trump said that he offered him, because he knew what was to come. The Trump, they have nothing good planned for the Venezuelans. Okay, nothing good planned. Whoever they install is going to give away Venezuela to the highest bidder. Maybe not even the highest, could be the lowest bidder. You never know. But they have nothing good planned for this country. Nothing whatsoever. And for you to think that they do is it's almost laughable, all right, that you're putting so much like faith, good faith into Donald Trump. And I think that's weird.
okay.
There
Did
we go.
Maduro have good plans for the country?
Let's see here. He wanted to he wanted to nationalize their oil.
He did.
And in
It is
response to
nationalized.
doing so, the most powerful country in the world restricted their ability to trade that commodity.
Yep.
Okay? Basically, he was trying to move them to socialism. All right?
Yep.
And literally,
The first mistake, right?
he was pretty almost in a sense he kind of was forced into this, not the killings part. All right? Not no. All right. Do I think he had good things planned for them? No, I don't. I really don't. I don't think that he did. I don't. I think that that the way in which he was captured was wrong, and then to try to make him stand charges on narco terrorism is a bunch of bullshit.
Uh-huh.
All right, I'm just
Well,
kind of tired of keeping it
so
cute.
you disagree with the Southern District of New York and the grand jury that
I
indicted
disagree
Nicolás
with them.
Maduro?
Yes, and I
And have
disagree
you
with Donald
reviewed the
Trump's
same
Department of
evidence?
Justice trying to bring this case forward, especially
Yeah.
because our own intelligence agencies earlier in I believe it was in March of 2025. All right, found that Nicolás Maduro didn't have anything to do with the gangs. Okay, they found that information. Mom Donnie.
Mhm.
So they found that our intelligence agencies. And now this man is sitting behind bars in a jail cell, okay, being charged with crimes that Donald Trump literally just pardoned someone for.
Mhm.
We don't. Why don't you recognize the hypocrisy in that?
So, there's a lot to unpack there.
What
So
is there to unpack? Just answer the
you
last part of
you
the question. Why don't you recognize the hypocrisy?
well, because we'd have to go back over. I mean, like,
What do we
there's
have to
like
go
that's
over?
you would
Is
have
he
to
being
reason.
charged with not is he being charged with conspiracy to traffic drugs into the United States of America? Yes or no?
Yeah, yes, he is. A
Okay.
southern, yeah, a grand jury just
Did
determined that
Donald
was the
Trump in
truth.
December pardon the former president of Honduras for conspiracy to traffic drugs into the United States of America? Yes or no?
He did, but
Okay. All right.
this doesn't
Why
matter
don't you notice the hypocrisy in that?
because this is a decision that was made by a grand jury versus a pardon made by a president. Those are two different things.
What? Hold on.
Those are
Hold
two
on,
different
time out.
things.
One moment. They're not two different things, buddy boy. Okay, they're
They
not
are.
two different things. Okay, because didn't Hernandez have to go through a grand jury? He had to be indicted, right? So he had to be
He
indicted.
did, but again, that's
Okay, he got
irrelevant.
indicted. He got a trial. He was prosecuted. He was convicted, and then he was sentenced, and then he was
Yep,
pardoned. Okay,
correct.
he
Does that
was
disprove that
pardoned
he
for
was a
the
narco
exact
trafficker?
same crimes. It has
Was
nothing
he or
with
was he not a
disproving.
narco
It has
terror?
nothing with disproving whether or not he actually did it. It has nothing to
Right.
do with
So
that. The whole point is, all right,
he's a
is
narco
that
terrorist.
Donald Trump, all right, pardoned this one person for the exact same crimes that he is accusing another for. All right. With one, we have evidence. All right. And that's Hernandez. We have evidence, logs, witnesses. Okay. We have that information available that this person did, in fact, commit the crimes in which he was convicted of. All right. With Maduro, where is the evidence when our own intelligence agency says that he wasn't working with the gangs or anything of that nature? So
Which
that's why I'm
intelligence
asking.
agency says that?
Say it again. I'm sorry.
Which intelligence agency
The
says that
CIA and the
Nicola
NSA. All right. The
the
FBI also
CIA?
found it. The
All right.
CIA and the
Let's stop.
NSA. This was in March
Let's
of
do the CIA
2025.
first.
I
Let's do
said
the CIA
CIA.
first. Can you point me to where the CIA made this announcement?
Sure. By all
Thank you.
means. But first, we're going to
Thank
read Andy Kim's statement because
Sure.
I pretty much like it, and it's pretty good.
Yeah.
It, it definitely goes to how the Trump administration tells lies, and we see now that they blatantly lied to Congress. Trump rejected our constitutionally required approval process for armed conflict because the administration knows the American people overwhelmingly risk pulling our nation into another war. Exactly. This strike doesn't represent strength. It's not sound foreign policy. It puts Americans at risk in Venezuela and the region, and it sends a horrible and disturbing signal to other powerful leaders across the globe that targeting a head of state is an acceptable policy for the U.S. government. This will further damage our reputation, already hurt by Trump's policies around the world, and only isolate us in a time when we need our friends and allies more than ever. All right. Yeah, he pointed to the fact that Americans could get hurt, not just here at home, but also in Venezuela. Okay. So he pointed to that fact, something that you didn't want to admit earlier, because for some reason or another, you didn't want to say whether or not we were actually going to have troops on the ground while we're running the country. I don't know why you didn't want to say that, by the way. I think that odd. If anything, that's really, really odd.
I wouldn't read too much into it.
Why wouldn't
But
you read too much into it?
I think I'll be able to gather my thoughts after I review the CIA dossier
Sure.
that said Maduro wasn't working with gangs.
Sure.
In his own country, by the way.
Yeah.
Very strange. That's a very strange claim. We don't even need to check the NSA or really the FBI. We can just, let's look at the CIA.
No, because it
Let's
was
find
one of
the
the
dossier.
agencies didn't want to cooperate, because I believe that you know exactly what it is that I'm talking about. All right. And our intelligence
Do I?
agencies did look into it because Donald Trump was claiming an invasion by Trinidad and Tobago, which is also funny because this is sort of a pivot. But is Trinidad and Tobago part of De La Solis? Are they a part of the same thing? Are they the same gang or are they different gangs?
I would ask the DEA. I have no idea.
Oh, you don't know? Okay. All right, let's see.
I'm curious. I need to see where the CIA analysts put this out here. I mean, this is groundbreaking. Maduro doesn't work with his own cartel.
There we go. Hey, chat, does everyone hear that? Does everyone hear that? It's silence. Feels good, doesn't it? Okay, there we go. All right. All right. Mods, keep him that way while I pull this up. Thank you. It's just the happiness and the condescension in his voice is making my ass itch, and I don't like it. All right, there we go. All right, I just Googled like are Tren de Aragua and de la Solis the same? And no, they're not. But the whole time, Tren de Aragua was the one that Donald Trump was supposedly going after. Okay, so there's that. All right, let's see here. Intelligence report. Maduro. Wait. Games. There we go. Okay. Boom. One moment, pulling it up for you. Make sure that this is in here. What I'm checking for now is I'm just doing a word search for the CIA. Okay. Okay, here we go. Found it. I'm going to bring it up on the screen for us. Scroll up. There we go. Apply. And, oh, I'm sorry. I choose the wrong thing. There we go. Okay. So here's the part right here that affirms what I stated. All right. So before we go there, what I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll up. All right. All right. Intelligence assessment said to contradict Trump on Venezuela gang. Okay. This is it. And this was printed, published, I should say, March 20th. So March, like I said. All right. Do we want to read through this thing? I think we can read through it. Let me pull it up over on over here for my friends on the tube before we go any further. Okay. Boom. And show. Okay. And I want to make sure that you all can see it. I'll make the font a little bit smaller for us, guys. Just a tad bit. Okay, that should work. Okay. All right, Eversor. Move a smidge to the right. There we go. I moved it to the right. I hope you can see it in full. All righty then. All right, popcorn reading time. Do you want to read it or do you want me to read it? Okay, I'll read it. All right.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, President Trump's assertion that a gang is committing crimes in the United States at the direction of Venezuela's government was critical to his invocation of a wartime law last week to summarily deport people whom officials suspected of belonging to that group. But American intelligence agencies circulated findings last month that stand starkly at odds with Mr. Trump's claims, according to officials familiar with the matter. The document dated February 26 summarized the shared judgment of the nation's spy agencies that the gang was not controlled by the Venezuelan government. The disclosure calls into question the credibility of Mr. Trump's basis for invoking a rarely used wartime law, the Alien Enemies Act of 1798, to transfer a group of Venezuelans to a high-security prison in El Salvador last weekend with no due process. The intelligence the intelligence community assessment concluded that the gang Tren de Aragua was not directed by Venezuela's government or committing crimes in the United States on its orders. According to the officials speaking on the condition of anonymity to discuss internal deliberations. Can we take a time out, guys? When it comes to that word, when I'm trying to think about it, I can't say it. But if I'm just reading it like that, I can say it. Go me. All right. If you've been here for a while with me, then you know what it is. All right. Analysts put that conclusion at a moderate confidence level, the official said, because of a limited value of available reporting about the gang. Most of the intelligence community, including the CIA and the National Security Agency, agreed with that assessment. Only one agency, the FBI, partly dissented and maintained the gang has a connection to the administration of Venezuela's authoritarian president, Nicolás Maduro, based on information that other agencies did not find credible. So, did we need to go? Do you want me to keep reading? Okay.
Well,
because this supports the,
you don't have
claim
to.
that I
I
made.
mean,
Okay, I just making sure.
It's not important because
why is it not important?
You just read through a report, right?
But we but there's proof that her
talked about the involvement of
it proves
what is Tren de Aragua.
Tren de Aragua is an actual gang that is in Venezuela. Yes. All right, that is the one gang, right? That Donald Trump literally. Excuse me, be quiet, Eversore. All right, that is the gang that Donald Trump always claimed. If you will, provide us something prior to today. All right, where Donald Trump was putting the burden of influx from Venezuela, all right, of migrants from Venezuela, and also the burden, all right, of narco trafficking, all right, of schmugs into the United States on this De La Solis cartel, because this is the first time, all right, that many of us are hearing about them. All right, and Cartel of the Sun is the one that he is supposed to be running, which again is the De La Solis. Yeah. So, can you give us something, or I can look into it? You want me to look into it?
Is Tren de Aragua separate?
They are different. Yeah, they are. Okay. They're not the same.
So the question, or what you had stated, is that Maduro does not work with the gangs. Okay. Great.
It was Tren de Aragua. So clarification. Boom. There you go.
Okay, good.
No, so clarification. So it's not, but actually, no, it's not. Because now what I want you to do, all right, is I want you, all right, to give us something. Yeah. It can even be from Donald Trump, where Donald Trump mentioned this Solis gang.
I wouldn't source him.
All right. Because the only time that they ever actually, if it's coming to me, the only time that he's ever actually mentioned them is when they blew up one of those boats. That's the only time he's ever mentioned them, is when they blew up one of those boats. And we still don't have any evidence to know if that's actually correct, because the CIA, the FBI, the NSA, none of the NICs have actually given us anything to prove that. Okay, so what I want you to now do, all right, is to give us something, all right, a report, something that shows, all right, that Maduro was working with this gang. We already know that he wasn't working with Tren de Aragua. So give us something.
I did not make a claim that he was working with Cartel de Solis. I was claiming, you claimed that he does not work with the gangs. Now, we seem to be stuck on what Donald Trump said, what gang he accused. I don't care what gang Donald Trump accused.
Yes, you do, because you're excusing him. You are literally excusing Donald Trump being a hypocrite.
He only started caring about Venezuelan gangs like a year ago. Maduro has been in power for a decade. He's been working with gangs since Obama was the president. He's been working in gangs when Biden was the president.
Donald Trump, he was. He was working with gangs when Donald Trump was the president the first time around.
Yes.
What I'm saying is that he's cared. Donald Trump has cared, is what I'm saying. And I just
he can care all he wants.
No, but he
the
does
idea
care.
That Nicolás Maduro could successfully hold power in Venezuela and not collaborate even to a degree
not the
with
point.
Gangs.
You're missing
ridiculous.
The point.
I'm not.
You are missing
your claim
the
was
point.
Simply he didn't work with gangs. That's the only thing I took issue with.
You're missing the point. Okay, I'm gonna explain the point to you again. Okay, we have evidence. All right. That Hernandez was working with the gangs. All right. We have evidence of that. We have evidence that Hernandez was working even with people like El Chapo. Okay. We have evidence of that. I want you to understand that. Okay. But when it comes to Maduro, all we have, all right, are baseless claims from Donald Trump. Before Donald Trump can even say anything, all right, about narco trafficking, he was mentioning oil. All right. And you're supporting this. You're literally supporting someone being railroaded. All right. Now, if they wanted to get him on crimes against humanity, by all means, I wouldn't have a fucking problem with that. Get him for crimes against humanity. All right. But the Southern District of New York, via Donald Trump's Department of Justice, they're not doing that. What they're doing is they're trying to get him for trafficking schmugs into the United States of America. All right. The same friggin' crimes that Donald Trump literally just pardoned a former president for. It does not make sense. Just like your logic isn't consistent, all right, neither is Donald Trump's. It's not consistent. It makes no sense whatsoever. Do you not understand that?
So to be clear, you think that a grand jury
Christ, why
indicted
do they say
Nicolás
this?
Maduro based on what Donald Trump says?
Are you being okay? Are you seriously
You
being that
say the
obtuse?
United
You're
States has
literally
no
being that
evidence.
obtuse.
Do
I
we have
get it that
evidence
you
against
want a
Nicolás Maduro,
gotcha
yes
or
or no?
something to that effect. All
Could
right,
we
you're
read
not
the
gonna get
indictment?
one. All right,
Let's read the
you're not gonna
indictment.
get one. Pull up the
Could we
indictment and
pull?
let's read it.
Let's.
Pull
Well,
up the
I don't have
indictment.
this. I don't know how to screen share, but if you could go to
You can
the
screen
U.S.
share.
Southern District of New York, go to the sealed superseding indictment,
If it's
and
sealed,
let's
how do
read
we
it.
pull it up if it's sealed?
It's
If it's sealed, that means that we
superseding.
won't
It's
have
a
it.
superseding indictment. It's
If
public. I'm
it's
looking at it right now.
okay,
So
indictment.
yeah, it's that simple. Like you're kidding. You
I'm
think
not
we don't have
kidding.
evidence? You think we don't have evidence he's a narco terrorist
What
in a grand
evidence do we
jury?
have?
In
Tell
a
us what evidence
grand
do we have? You
jury?
have it right
A
there in front of
grand
you. Tell us what evidence we
Because-
have.
Well, first of all, a superseding indictment does not detail all the evidence that we have
Tell us
against
what evidence we
anyone in a
have.
case like this. In fact, all of the evidence,
But you
to the
just
extent
told.
that
Hold
it
on, time
exists,
out. Wait a minute. Time to fudge out. Time to fudge out.
yes,
You literally just told me to pull up the indictment, right?
a
That's what you
superseding
said.
indictment.
No, I don't
Yes.
care. You literally just told me to
Well,
pull
you
up the
should because
indictment.
it's a very
No, time out. You said pull it up because this would basically prove the evidence that we have, all right, that's presented to the grand jury, all right, because they had to have something in order to indict him, all right. But then when I say, okay, you tell us what evidence do they have in there, you say, well, it doesn't list all. I didn't ask for all of it. I'm just asking what's in there. Tell us what's in there.
Again, all of the evidence presented to a grand jury in a case like this is not made public.
Okay, so
And
basically
I
what
don't
you're
think it
telling me
will
is that
be.
we
I
don't
don't
know
think
the
it will be
evidence.
made public.
Okay, that's
What I'm
basically what you're
telling
telling
you,
us right
what
now.
I'm telling you from a high
Okay.
level is that if a grand jury in the Southern District of New York
Here we
indicts
go.
someone, it implies we have evidence. It's a very simple concept.
But
And the
excuse
fact that
me,
you're
time out one moment.
discrediting,
Hold on one
you're
moment.
discrediting the
No, I
Southern
am
District of New
discrediting it.
York
I
is
am discrediting it.
ridiculous.
I am. Thank you so much, Miss
Yeah,
Kia,
okay,
for that.
defend
I appreciate
Maduro.
you, love. Mom Donnie. So here's the deal, all right? A grand jury in Alexandria, Virginia, all right, indicted Letitia James the very first time, all right? But also in that
Okay.
same district, the Eastern District of Virginia, all right, in Norfolk, they denied to indict her again. All right, in Richmond, they denied to indict her again. And in Alexandria, they denied to indict her again. So you saying that a grand jury, all right, indicted him, so they must have had something, means absolutely shit to me. It means absolutely nothing. Okay? So
Okay, that's
that
fine.
doesn't work. So
You can
again,
think
I want
that.
you to
That's
tell
okay.
me via this document that you're looking at, all right, what evidence did they present? Take a moment if you need it. It's perfectly okay. Take a
Well,
moment. Tell me
it's
the
a
page
very
number. I'll
long
look at it.
document. You're
Take a
welcome to
moment.
pull it up for
Take a
everyone.
moment. Look at it. If you
It
know
would
how
be
to do
helpful
research,
if
since you know what a superseding indictment and all that shit is, all right, go ahead. Look through it. I'm pretty sure you can do this. I believe in you. All 500 people watching, they believe in you too. Go ahead. Do it. Give us some
But
evidence.
I mean,
Tell us what to look for, buddy.
if I have to, do you want to bring it up on the screen?
I will
don't-
bring it
don't
up on the
know.
screen once you tell me what the evidence is.
Okay. So you want me to read through this and then provide
You don't have to read through it.
excerpts?
You don't have
or-
to. You don't have to read through all of it. You don't have to read through all of it. All right. If you know how
Yeah,
to do
but-
research, then you know how to find the evidence. Go ahead. Tell us what was presented.
Oh, okay.
We're waiting. Anywho, guys, let's keep doing all of the good things. All of the good things. Let's keep tapping the screen, sharing the live. Make sure we're reposting. We're at 199,000 likes. I don't know, y'all. Y'all, I don't know. Y'all know some bullshit tonight. What does a girl have to do? What does a girl have to do? I'm trying to figure it out here. I put happy, happy, joy, joy. Do I need to put reparations today? Like, what do we need to do? Anywho, let's all be happy, happy, joy, joy. We're not going to allow Eversword to take our joy. Okay, let's go ahead and knock out the Mom Donnie hats. Mom Donnie. All right, looks like we have 17 of those to go, so let's knock those out. Also, guys, let's get the likes up to 300,000 because you got it up to 202, so let's get it up to 300,000 likes. All right, I think we got about another hour left in us, so let's do that. Also, if you would like to support the live, support me, links are in the bio. Everything with Erica is the name, PayPal and Venmo. Also have a Zelle, everything with Erica9@gmail.com. And if you're over on the tube, the best way to support the live is via a super chat. All right, thank you so very much. Like, shout out to Joshi for the $5. Joshi said, it's ironic that Trump is a white supremacist and is orange. He kind of reminds you of Schmittler, doesn't he? He wants to be everything he's not. Okay, anywho, shout out to Joshi, y'all. Draw some hearts in the chat. Also, shout out to Sean for the $10 super chat. Sean said, Dear Maga, your ease, let me make sure I read this right. Your ease with sending others into harm's way is infuriating. Unless you're willing to do what the troops will, then shut it about military action. Walk the walk, punks. Enlist. That is a fair point. That is a fair point. After you finish providing us with at least maybe 2 to 3 examples of the evidence, then we're going to talk about that. Because you're at the ripe age for enlisting too. Mm-hmm. Are you active duty already, Evercore?
No.
You're not? Oh, okay.
No.
You're not. You're not active duty? Okay. All right. You support what Donald Trump is doing in Venezuela, though, right?
Yes.
You do? Okay. So quick question. I have a quick question for you. If you don't mind answering, you don't have to tell me the city or anything of that nature. I don't need to know that. What state are you in?
California.
You're in California. Okay. Northern, southern, central. I just want to make sure I call the right recruitment office for you.
The Bay Area. I'd say
The
it's
Bay
the
Area.
north,
It's
right?
pretty
The north.
Yeah, it's pretty
I
north.
think we could be north.
Yeah, that's pretty north. So I should definitely reach out to maybe a recruitment officer in Oakland for you, maybe during normal business hours. Let them know that you want to enlist, that you want to go down there because you want to support Donald Trump. Which one do you prefer? You prefer the Marines or the Army? Which do you like?
I think my talents would better serve the country in stateside. So
yeah, no, I think they better serve the country down there in Venezuela, boots on the ground. Since you support this and whatnot, why don't you want to enlist?
Agree to disagree on that.
Why don't you want to enlist?
It's just not my field.
Do you have bone spurs?
I don't have any expertise in that area. It would be a disservice.
No one who lists necessarily has any expertise. You're not coming in as a commissioned officer, all right? You're going in as likely a petty officer. That's the Navy. What do they call them guys in the Army? Because they will train you. You do go to boot camp. You know that, right? What's it called in the Army, guys? Help me out. I can't remember. I know the Navy a lot because I grew up in the city with the largest naval base. A private. There we go. You're going to go in as a private. You'll go in as a private. You can work your way up.
Yeah, like I said, it sounds great, but frankly, there's other industries that I think I better serve.
Yeah. So like Sean said, like Sean said, you're okay with putting other people in harm's way. All right. You're okay with that, but you're not willing to do it yourself. So there's that. I'm not finished though. Draw some hearts in the chat for Sean. Draw some hearts in the chat for Sean, y'all, and for Joshi. Also, draw some hearts for Rohit. Rohit sent a $7.99 super chat and said, Calder thinks he is smarter than a 5th grader, but dropped out in 3rd grade. They do not like you. They don't like you at all. My gosh, I am just a messenger, but shout out to Rohit for that one. Thank you so much. Drop those hearts in the chat, guys. Drop all of the hearts in the chat. All right. And let's keep doing all of the good things, guys. All of the good things. If you'd like to support the stream, all right, links are in the bio. Everything with Erica is the name. PayPal and Venmo. Also have a Zelle, everythingwitherica9@gmail.com. All right. And yeah, that's on PayPal and Venmo because TikTok, YouTube is kicking your ass tonight. I just want to let you all know that. Y'all think over here that Black women's labor is free, and I think that's absolutely insane. You know what? You got a phone? You got a phone, right? Don't you ever, Core? You have a phone?
Yeah.
You know what we could do? We could stop this right now. We can go straight over to the tube. And you can just
I
do a
don't
call
have
in.
YouTube. I don't know.
You don't have to have YouTube to do it. You just call in to the Google numbers. It's over there. But yeah, it's just a Google number. Yeah. Cause I don't think TikTok is deserving of you. They're not deserving of you. They're not deserving of me either. I think we should just go over there. Maybe. I don't know. I'm considering it. But yeah, did you find that evidence that we were looking for?
Well, yeah, I mean, in a superseding indictment, like I had mentioned before, they don't list evidence, but I would like you to, and I will provide you some additional evidence. But in the indictment, this is important to our earlier conversation, pages 5 through 8, the section on the narco-terrorist organizations working in partnership with the defendants. This would, I think, provide really helpful context to the audience about the organizations that he's working with, i.e. the gangs that that aren't Tren de Aragua, right? That have kept him in power and obviously wreak havoc on our country's
our country, really?
People who do drugs or whatever, So with that said, 5
Did
through 8.
anyone force these people to do drugs?
No, but it's just better to
I'd be
do
wondering
to
about
protect
that
them, right?
sometimes.
We gotta protect them as much as we can. So
No, I wonder about that sometimes because you just said the people who do drugs. So you're blaming the people that are bringing it into the country, which is actually Americans who bring it into the country because it's easier for Americans to actually cross the border. All right, we know
Totally.
that the Cato Institute did a whole study on it, so we know this. We know about that report. Okay,
100%.
but the thing is, though, is that again, you're supporting this action in Venezuela. All right, and you're trying to straddle the fence, okay, by saying that this is the only thing I support Trump on. That's what you're doing. That's literally what you're doing. Okay, but you care about these people bringing these substances into the country and people using them, all right? But, all right, do you also care about the fact that Donald Trump is gutting our mental health centers, that like our funding for mental health and substance abuse is being like taken away under the Trump administration? Like, do you
I think
care
it's
about
a disaster. I think it's a disaster. We should. I think it's a disaster. Yeah, I do. Like, the thing is, you say like the only thing I agree with Trump on is the war. I don't view this war as a Trump war. Okay, I view this as a United States. Right, I understand.
It's a strike. It could
It's
turn
for
into a
thematics.
war.
I see this as not a Trump administration-led war where like Donald Trump's in charge of Venezuela. No, I see this as the United States and its foreign policy is at work, and the United States is going to administer Venezuela in the meantime.
Who's the president of the United States?
I understand, and
Okay.
I,
All right.
I,
And the
I
president of the
appreciate that
United
nuance.
States is the one who is making these decisions, right?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So it's Donald Trump. As much as you want to try to alienate or alienate him from this, this is Donald Trump. Nobody else is in power except for Donald Trump. Donald Trump is the one who got in front of the world and said that the United States, all right, is going to be running, all right, Venezuela. Donald Trump said that in front of the world. Okay.
And if it turns into another Afghanistan and we're there for another 10 years, President Gavin Newsom is going to be the one calling the orders on the battlefield. That's going to be the end of it. So I'm just trying to make the point that this is not a, outside of the U.S. foreign policy, arena. This, I can only imagine how many interests wanted this to happen that aren't Republican or MAGA this, MAGA that. You're viewing this from a very narrow angle here.
I'm not viewing it from a narrow angle.
What does Donald Trump have to do with Venezuela?
Americans share the exact same POV that I have.
Yes, but what does Donald Trump have to do with Venezuela? What tie does he have to Venezuela personally that made this such a cause for him? The answer is there isn't one. This is a cause for the U.S. foreign policy and our
It's
intelligence
not about
agencies.
foreign policy. It's
It's
literally
something
about oil. It's
the
literally
United
about
States
enriching our oil companies
the
here in the
United
United
States
States of
has
America.
wanted the
Tis
United
it,
States
tis
has
all.
wanted to
There's
do
nothing else
this.
more to it.
We
Absolutely
have
nothing
wanted
else
to
more.
do this for years. We have wanted to do this for
Then why
decades.
didn't they do it?
The fact it's just happening now does not
All
imply
right.
that it's
Hi,
the concoction
D-Jax.
of
Are
one
you a
man.
Trump supporter?
No, I'm not.
Okay, love. All right, I'm going to go ahead and let you down, but thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you.
Right.
Oh, cha-cha-cha. Okay. What was I saying? Yeah, no, it's all about enriching the already wealthy. That's all it is to it, all right? It's about making money for the oil companies, okay?
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
literally all it
To an
is, all
extent.
right? And then what's going to happen here, all right? Because this oil that they have, what do they call the oil down there in Venezuela again? What is it called? Do you know?
Oh, sorry, that sounded like a question that you were gonna answer. You were just,
I'm asking
that
you,
was a
what the
little
hell is the oil
thematic.
called?
What do Venezuelans call oil?
No, what type of oil do they have there in Venezuela? They have
Oh,
different
well,
types of crude oil.
they do. I am blanking on the term, but I have confidence that you know.
No, I can always look it up because I don't mind. It's sour crude, so it's heavy sour crude. All
Got
right.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what it
wonderful.
is. Okay.
Well, someone's got to refine it. And that's what you're saying. It's to serve the money for who's the money going to? Would I rather the money go to Nicolás Maduro or the United States in our private companies? That's an
No,
easy
what I
question
would
for me.
rather it actually do is I would rather the United States not place basically what's now an embargo. So essentially an embargo on Venezuelan trade. All right, so that
Yeah.
they can actually make money off of their resources, so then they can actually
Mhm.
help their people in the way in which they wanted to. There again, the reason why they wanted to nationalize the oil, all right, is so that the money stayed within Venezuela. That's what they wanted to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
All right. So
it's a
then
great,
that
it's a
way, if the
noble
money
cause.
stays within Venezuela,
Yeah.
okay, because they weren't even asking for 100% of it, they were asking for 60%. Okay. And the US oil companies didn't want that. So in retaliation, we placed sanctions on them, is what we did.
Yes,
Okay. All right. And then
we
after
did.
placing sanctions on them, to one company in particular, the largest oil company in the world, Exxon, all right, they paid almost $1 billion to them. All right. I believe it was 907 million to be exact. So almost 1 billion. $1 billion to them. Okay. Then outside of that lawsuit, all right, because they're still in litigation about another one, they were ordered to pay about $1.7 billion to Exxon. Okay. And Exxon wants their money. All right. But
I mean,
at the same
hey, I
time,
would too.
Exxon could have made hand over fist with a 40% share in Venezuelan oil. But that wasn't enough because they're fucking greedy. So that's all that there is to it. This is literally
Was
about money. It's about money and control. That's all that it's about. And this is not going to help
right,
the American people. If anything, we're going to lose lives.
right.
You're going to lose
Okay.
lives.
I think we just
You
we
just keep
disagree
saying it.
on the macro benefits that this has for the United States. That's all
We
there is.
disagree on it in its entirety. There's
I
there's
mean,
no
sure, but
micro
we
benefit
have a
and there's no
fundamental
macro. There's
disagreement.
no bigger picture here.
I
There
feel like
just
a lot
isn't.
of people agree with you, but Wall Street, the consensus on from an analyst
Again,
perspective,
your wallet, their wallet. Anyone within like the last 2 days, all right, that has made any type of argument, all right, in regards to attacking Venezuela and the attack on Venezuela has done nothing but talk about their fucking wallet. All right. Like, are you seriously? You already said, all right, that another country could not come into the United States and it be okay for them to kidnap Donald Trump. You already said that you don't agree with that. Okay. All right. And so it comes down to the fact, and you also could not list you couldn't list any way that this would actually improve the material conditions of American lives outside of what did you say? indirect economics is what you said. Okay,
Yes.
that's the only thing that you said.
I mean, there's other things, but
What's
I
the
didn't
other
get to
thing?
it.
What's the other thing outside of economics? Because I told you not to mention that. So what's the other thing?
Well, it makes the country safer
How does it make the country safer?
because it weakens the one of the only states in our hemisphere that is supported by our greatest adversaries. It's that simple.
My God.
It's not going to make your neighborhood safer, no. But the country as a whole, yes, I would
How?
guarantee that.
What does that look like?
What does it look
What
like?
does
Well,
it look like?
it keeps Russian and Chinese influence out
You
of
mean the
Venezuela to
people, you
start.
mean his pillow buddy? They're in a little bit of a rift right now. All right. So, but you mean his pillow buddy, Putin, his bestie.
I mean, I'm not even
So-
really like Russia is a drop in the bucket, but like it's really about China. Xi Jinping, his influence is gone in Venezuela. Do you know how significant
what's
that is?
happening? What's happening? It's not gone. But what's happening here is
will be.
that with what Donald Trump is doing, all right, as the senator did say, as Andy said, all right, what's happening is that Donald Trump is isolating the United States of America. And what he's actually being able to do is he's empowering China to take our place across the globe. All right. Are you familiar with soft power? What that is?
Yes, and I haven't
Okay.
seen China take
Okay.
anything anywhere.
So in Africa, all right, China is actually stepping in places, in different places in Africa to provide the humanitarian aid that the United States stripped away. So there's that.
How nice,
all right?
how
And
nice
that
of the
actually helps
Chinese.
us. It
I
is
wonder
very
what they
nice
want
of
in
them. It is
return.
very
I wonder
nice
what
of
they
them, 'cause
want in return.
I
What could they
wonder what the
possibly want?
U.S. would want in return.
I wonder
They're
what the
using soft
Chinese now
power.
own in Africa.
They're using soft power, something Donald Trump doesn't understand the art of.
The US
Okay,
uses
so
plenty of
that's
soft
the
power.
thing that he doesn't understand it. Okay, because
China,
if he did,
China building bridges and railroads in Africa is not an argument that is serving.
no one's
anything
talking
in
about.
those
I said
states.
humanitarian aid. I never said anything
Okay,
about
well, a
anything
majority of what China's
infrastructure.
doing in Africa is building infrastructure. So
And they're
it's not even
also providing
humanitarian aid,
humanitarian aid. They're filling in the gaps,
which the
all
U.S.
right,
has
that the
done for
U.S.
decades.
Yeah, the U.S. has done it for decades. Do you not agree with that either? You don't agree with that?
Do they? Did they
don't
just
agree?
stop being grateful for
Eversor.
it?
You don't agree with that?
Oh, I just said that the U.S. has been doing it for decades.
I said,
Did
yeah,
they
but
stop
do you agree
appreciating it?
with that? Because you're acting like it's
Oh, yeah.
it's insignificant is what you're doing.
I do. Yes, it
Okay.
is.
Okay.
And the fact that
All
yes,
right.
it may have been cut
it
in a
actually
way, and that
does
all of a
it does
sudden,
help us.
yes,
Oh, okay.
you have to
Okay.
understand. I
All right.
support
And so
the
China
United
filling
States'
in those
interests.
gaps. Hold on. China filling in the gap that the U.S. has left open. All right. That's not a good thing for China.
It's a good thing for China.
Oh, okay. I
It's
just
bad
wanted
for
to make
us.
sure. Okay, great, cool.
You're
Wonderful.
forgetting that
No,
I
I
am
just want to
not a
make sure it's a
Trump
good thing. We
supporter.
don't have to do nothing else. It's a good thing for China because China is basically taking on the role that the U.S.
Correct.
once held, but Donald Trump
Correct.
has stripped that away. All right,
Yep,
that's
and
going to
what's
put
hurting
people. That's going to
China?
put the globe on a global
Right.
scale more in favor of China, which we don't
Yes.
want. Do you think that the U.S. can stand alone? Is that what you think?
No. In fact, if any country's standing alone, it's really China. But regardless,
China's
you
not
know,
standing alone. What are you talking about?
China has not a single formal military alliance with
They
any
don't
country in
have
the
to.
world.
They don't have
The
to have a
United States
formal
has
one.
over 35 countries
Yeah, we
that
know.
would
We
have
know
to
about
go
the
to
UN.
war,
We understand.
right?
We know what Article
No, it's not
5
the
is.
UN. It's
So
NATO. It's the
yeah,
alliances with Japan,
we
South
know
Korea,
what
Taiwan,
we know
etc.
what Article
Right?
5 is. But listen, here's the thing. Here's the thing. All right, China. All right, Mom Donnie would have Russia, and also would have Iran.
Russia's weak.
And if China,
Iran's
now
weak.
Russia's weak. Okay, we get it. Sure, when it fits your narrative, Russia's weak. Okay, we got it.
Well, I mean,
All right, Russia
kind of
is
weak.
one
I
of
mean,
the
let's
countries that
see.
has nuclear weapons, though, right?
Yeah, it also has an economy
Okay.
smaller than Texas.
Got
So,
it.
I,
Okay, got it.
you know,
Just making
it's also
sure that I'm
occupied. It's
just
also occupied in
making
Ukraine right now,
sure
right?
that literally Russia is one of the countries that has nuclear weapons. Okay, got
They
it.
do.
Anywho, with that being said, China is also building relationships with other countries, again, because of the isolationist tactics that Donald Trump has taken. Okay,
What
we can't
countries?
stand alone. Even our allies, all right, aren't allying like they used to. Canada and even Great Britain have stopped sharing intelligence with the United States of America.
That's not true.
That's okay. That's not true.
I strongly advise we double click on that and just say that that was some sort of misspoken phrase, but it's not true. The MI6 has not stopped sharing intelligence with the CIA. And like the claim that to be the case, like you might find an article that they stopped sharing intelligence on one item, but the idea that MI6 and the CIA don't share intelligence anymore is ridiculous.
So you like to speak in
I don't even need to
absolutes.
look it
Okay,
up.
I get
I
it.
don't
Never
even need to
mind. You
look it
like
up.
to speak in absolutes, so I get it. I totally get it. I understand.
I don't even
No,
need
I
to look it up.
understand. No, I understand. No, I get
Where
it.
have they
You like
stopped
to
sharing
speak.
intelligence?
You like to speak in absolutes. All right. Them stopping sharing any type of intelligence with the United States of America leaves us vulnerable. Okay.
What intelligence have they stopped
Right?
sharing?
Because what they stopped sharing, I know for a fact that Britain, all right, Great
Mhm.
Britain decided, I believe in December, to stop sharing, all right, their certain intelligence that was happening in the Caribbean because they were afraid that it would put their territories at risk. So Great Britain did that. Also, Canada stopped sharing some intelligence with us. All right. But
Okay.
again, you
okay.
like to deal in absolutes. All right. So because you want to be disingenuous here. All right.
Well, not really.
So
It was
I
just it was a
understand.
significant claim, so I had to make sure that
Sure.
that we
Okay, we
weren't cut
get it.
off. Just making
Okay,
sure
we
Britain
get
didn't
it.
cut us off right now, because that would have been news to me. But no, the point is, I mean, what China's weakened by the fact that we just extradited Maduro and he's no longer there. So
They're weakened
it
because of
serves our
the
interests.
oil. Literally, that is it. And that was the friggin' point. That's
And their
literally
influence.
the
I mean, it's
point
not
of
just
all of this.
it's not just
So
oil.
why did
You
Trump
have to
lie
understand.
to Congress then? Why did he lie to Congress? Why did Rubio and Hegseth get before Congress and say that there would not be a regime change? And now we see clear as day that there's going to be a regime change. Why? What's the reason?
They shouldn't have done it. Probably the same reason
They shouldn't have done
George
it.
Bush.
You're not
Probably the same reason
consistent.
George Bush said all
You're
that
not
stuff.
consistent. Shut the fuck up. You're not consistent. You're not even worth the kick pool. Like, get the fuck out of here. You're just not consistent at all. Like, none of his logic tracks. None of his logic tracks. Like, it's okay for Trump to go into another country, all right, and just kidnap and remove their president, a sovereign nation. It's okay for Trump to do that, all right? But if another country, all right, were to come into the United States and do that to Donald Trump, okay, simply because, we don't like Trump, that wouldn't be okay. Make it make sense. Please make it make sense. That wouldn't be okay. He can't mention any way that this would actually improve America. He literally just said, "Oh yeah, it'll make us safer." But how would it make us safer? Oh, it'll get rid of China. How would it get rid of China? Like, give us something. You're so fucking vague. All right, that's why you came up here and said you were going to keep it high level, because you don't necessarily know anything. You just want to basically do the talking points. That's it. That's literally it. Yeah, whether you guys say that he wasn't their president or not, he was their president. And Venezuela is a sovereign nation, so there's that. They're a sovereign nation. You can't just go in and kidnap the president. It's not a thing that people can do. So there's that. Anywho, if you're a Trump supporter, go ahead and request up. I got time for one more. That took forever. That was a long one. I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. Also, we didn't knock out our Mondani hats. Who's live? Who's live? He was the president. He was a sitting president. So there's that. Obama did do that to Gaddafi. Do I like that Obama did that? Nope, I do not. I really wish you all would understand that. You all think that we are. I do not have a really bad echo. You might want to fix that. I really wish you all would understand that. You all think that we are. I do not have a really bad echo. Is there a reason why you can't mute? You all think that we are. I do not. That was annoying. They had a really bad echo, and also I couldn't mute them. It was super weird. Anywho, I really wish you all understood that we are, like, I know for me, myself, and I, all right, and for the majority of the people that I know, like all of the people that I know that voted for President Obama, all right, we're not up his ass like you are up Trump's ass, okay? We can criticize our elected officials. We're not fans. See, the problem is you treat politics like sports. All right. You think that you have to wear Trump jerseys and MAGA hats and socks and golden shoes and have a Trump Bible and shit to show your allegiance. All right. You can't criticize your team. Okay. You have a problem with that. All right. Over here, there's no problem. Okay. I don't think you're going to find a Dem or a person that leans left, all right, that's going to approve of the strikes that Obama did, that's going to approve of him killing Gaddafi, all right, that's even going to agree with how he even went about fully with deportations. So there's that, because not too many people agree with expedited removal, all right, but we're not up his ass like you guys are up Trump's. So there's that. Anywho, if you're a Trump supporter, go ahead and request up. Get in the box and let's have a conversation. We have time for one more. So there's that. And let me see here. Bear with me for just a moment. Okie dokie. So, this person again. I don't think they're going to load. Their Wi-Fi is very, very anxious. Okay.
That's terrible.
Lion,
Good morning.
do
Can
you
you hear
need to
me?
be here?
Yes, I really want to be here. Good morning.
Good morning. Where are you? Where are you located?
Nigeria.
Nigeria? Oh, so you don't go here?
Yeah. But
Okay.
I'm here and your topic is interested and I just kind of trying to kind of say some words. I'm
Igbo
free.
or Yoruba? Which one? Alani? No, don't let him, Gucci? Okay. You gonna say something stupid? Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, Gucci, got you. All right, guys. Keep doing all of the good things. Keep tapping the screen, sharing the live. All right. And if you are a Trump supporter in the United States of America, request up. There's that. All right, let's see here. Don't have kids. Okay, anywho, moving on. Let's see here. What do we have? Keep tapping the screen, guys. Sharing the live. Let's keep doing all of the good things. We're almost at 300,000. Let's get to 300,000 before we head out of here. And also, let's clear out the Mom Donnie hat. So let's do that. All right. Also, let's see here. We got any power gifters in the building? I know I don't normally ask, but for the love of God, I want to clear out this gift gallery. Just once. Just once I want to clear out this gift gallery. All right. Need the DJ glasses. I still need the DJ glasses. Shauna, if you're here, you have to send one more DJ glasses in order to get the title gifter. 2 under controls, 1 meteor shower, and 1 Leon the kitten. I don't know. Oh well. Mom Donnie, thank you so much for the hats, guys. Tancor, I'm so sorry. Are you a Trump supporter?
No, I'm not. I'm your supporter. And I'm
Okay.
calling to really commend you and really defending, because I'm listening to a lot of program and they are justifying the action of Trump, and all of them is undermining the rules and laws and the rules of international law. And you are basically highlighting that to them. And a lot of them is undermining. So I have to really commend you for that, to say, listen to me. We cannot have stayed too big and bad. We just go around and do what we feel to do. There is rules and there's way about doing things, and that is being undermined as we speak.
Yep, it is. But yep, thank you so very much. I appreciate that. Thank you again for the support, and pay links are in the bio. Everything with Erica is the name, PayPal and Venmo. Oh I'm an asshole. Oh, I also have a Zelle, everythingwitherica9@gmail.com if you do want to support. But I appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here. And just keep doing all the good things, okay? I can't hear him.
One love, my sister, and keep it up. You're doing a wonderful job.
I appreciate
Proud
you,
of you.
love. Have a good night.
Most
Bye.
welcome. You too. Bye-bye.
All right, guys. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter. Get in the box. Get in the box. Get in the box. Not this box, though. Don't do that. It's weird. This person isn't loading. Don't know what that's about. Mom Donnie. Who did that? Dolphin, thank you so much for the meteor shower. Thank you. Yes, yes. Only like 3 things to go. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you so very much, Dolphin. I appreciate that. Hi, Hector Talks. Are you a Trump supporter?
W's in the chat to Angie for the $10 on Cash App. Black women's labor ain't free. Love you, Erica. Thank you so
Ange.
much. Thank you so much.
So, Hector, dang it, Hector, come back. I want to ask you why you voted for Trump. He keeps doing that to me for some reason. I don't know why he keeps doing that. He's coming and dropping. It's just weird. It's peculiar. Gonna have to have a meeting in the group chat. Anywho, guys, I don't know. Oh, we haven't done this all night. Drop your favorite hashtags in the chat. All right, drop your favorite hashtags in the chat. Let me see them. They have to be MAGA related though, and no one say blagga. I swear to God. I swear, if you say the B word, I'm gonna mute you. I'm just gonna be honest. I don't want to hear the B word at all. Lost a battle, maybe? What does that mean? I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. You gotta use a hashtag, Aisha. He called it the Donroe Doctrine. Did you all hear that today? He called it the Donroe Doctrine. That was absolutely unhinged. A play on the Monroe Doctrine. It was really ridiculous. Really ridiculous. The imperialism doctrine is what the Monroe Doctrine is, all right? Basically gives the United States, they're basically claiming that, you know what, the Western Hemisphere is ours. We take the Western Hemisphere. Europe, you stay out of it. You go over there. Go that away. That's what that is. All right, we'll take care of the Americas. We'll colonize it all. So there's that. Anywho, let's see, what's this? Only request up if you are a Trump supporter. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter.
Hi. Hi. Hi, Erica.
Hello. Hi. There we go.
Erica,
Ooh,
sister
my
Aziz.
son is mad.
Syria, I need your help. 5 minutes.
Oh, you think? I don't know who did that. It was not me. But okay. You think he's gonna go to Greenland next? That would be helping out Russia. If he goes to Greenland, that would be helping Russia. Was that a yawn? That was a yawn. Who just yawned? Oh, Colleen. Yeah, he had to go. He was getting on my nerves. He was doing too fucking much. It was a lot. It was a lot. Mom Donnie. So, oh, hey, Peaches. So, yeah, he was doing way, way, way too much. He was threatening Mexico, Cuba, and Colombia. I have to read way too much fucking news in a day. So I guess we'll go ahead and look into that one then and see what's happening. All right. Did I get, yeah, it was a Donroe Doctrine over there on the tube. I'm making sure I didn't miss anything. Okay, I did it. Okay, all right. Let me see here. One thing Donald Trump is going to do is make an ass out of himself. I'll tell you that much. Trump threatens Cuba, Mexico. All right. Well, we know that he doesn't like Colombia because even though Petro is a piece of shit, also, Petro doesn't take any crap from him. Petro calls him out when need be. So there's that. All right, let's see here. Okay. Excuse me. Kit, let me know if this is it right here. Gonna go back here. Thank you for the Mamdani hats. Drop some hearts in the chat for yourselves. Friggin' awesome. Let me see. Apply. We're gonna bring it on the screen here. Thank you for the cake. Appreciate you. I hope it's like vanilla cake with chocolate frosting. That's the best. Kit, is this it? Where I gotta pull it up over for the tubers too. Can't forget about my friends over there. There we go. Properties. The same. One moment. What's the name? It's U.S. strikes Venezuela. This is CBS. Okay. This is a lot of work. Good grief. Thank you all for sticking it out. Okay, there we go. Okay, so it says, he said, no, this is Thomas Massey saying this. Where did he say anything about Mexico, Kit? No, Gunny, I haven't. Oh no, then they would never actually admit that. Oh, you sent it on Discord? Oh fudge, Discord is gonna crash the damn computer. Okay. You sent it on Discord? Where on Discord? Oh, there we go. Thank you very much. Okay, I have to exit out of this here. I don't know what's going on. I saw Hector in the request, but then he left, so there's that. Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, people. It's a lot happening over here. If you all could see my setup, I think you'd appreciate me more. I think you would. Okay, let me get out of here. I want to read over this indictment, by the way, so I will be doing that. This is the indictment that that young man was talking about earlier. Hi, Hector.
Hey, want to test something real quick? It makes no sense to me how one person has to send all of the DJ glasses for them to count. Because if you look at the DJ glasses,
yeah,
it shows Shauna's 4. Then I sent one thinking it would knock out, but it didn't count. But it's showing us 2.
It all. So like if
it's
Shauna
leaving
sent
one more
more,
slot.
Yeah, but if Shauna sent one more, it would be like taken because she'd be the title gifter. You have to be the title gifter in order to actually get it, which I think is stupid. But you have to be the title gifter of it.
It's really fucking stupid. I thought if like one more person sent it, it would fill out, and I don't know.
Did you just
somebody want to send one more DJ class?
You sent the
test my theory, do it. But
no, Hector, don't send
no,
no
I
more
sent the DJ class.
That's the paw.
I sent the DJ class.
That's the paw. I'm trying to tell you what it is.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
The paws.
DJ glasses.
The paw.
Oh my god.
Paw.
Thought it counted.
Just want to let you know what they are. You're like, why are you saying paws? Because they're the paws. Anywho, I'm tired. I'm ready to go take my afternoon nap. Did he leave again?
Let's get the likes of the 300K before you do. Tap the screen like your ass depended on it. I'm still here. God damn.
No. So you leave again? Why do you keep doing that? It's weird.
Because I'm at work.
Oh, here's your black job. Calvin got a job.
Tap the screen. Get the likes of the 300K.
Hector doesn't get that reference. Calvin got a job.
No, I don't.
Okay. I don't want to do this. I hate having to sign into stuff. I'm so tired of signing into stuff.
Hey, Alpha Man, shut your bitch ass up.
All right. What was that about? What happened?
That bitch ass man down there in the comments.
He's talking shit. He's not gonna request up. Trump supporters are pussies. That's all there is to it. Okay, so I just want to Google Mexico. Guys, I'm about to go to sleep. I'm a lion. I'm about to go like find somebody's piano to like chill out on, but yeah, this is stupid. All right, earlier Saturday, Trump told Fox News, Fox and Friends that something is going to have to be done with Mexico in response to a question about America's southern neighbor. Is he fucking serious? We could politically correct and be nice and say, oh yeah, she is. She is very frightened of the cartels. They're running Mexico. I've asked her numerous times, would you like us to take out the cartels? No, 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 Mr. President. No, 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 please. So we have to do something. Who the fuck does he think he is? Does he really think he's the world police? Like, seriously, does he think he's the world police? What the fuck is he doing? You don't get to do that. Like, that's not okay. You don't just get to go into other countries, okay, and like just overthrow their governments or think that you can wage a war on a third party within someone else's country. You don't get to do that. You're not the world police. And didn't you campaign on not being the world police? It's literally what your like all of your supporters said, is that they were tired of being the world police. And so here we are. And no new wars. Let's not forget no new wars. No new fucking wars. Ugh, this is stupid. I'm so tired of hypocrisy. I think because I really do hate hypocrisy in real life. Like off this app, like I fucking hate it. I can't stand it. Like it really grinds my gears when people say one thing and do another. Like it really like pisses me off. Thank you guys so much for knocking out the Mom Donnie hats. I appreciate that. Thank you so very much. I'm gonna go ahead and we're just gonna set it to a gift gallery thing and see what happens. I really can't see.
Are you going live tomorrow night?
I might do the afternoon. You want to switch, or what are you doing tomorrow?
Slaving.
Oh,
I was gonna say, like, put a banner up tomorrow to clear the gift gallery. You should be able to get it knocked out. It's literally only 3 more.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I've done it like once before, I think, and it's pretty cool to have it because the protections that you get, less violations.
Shauna got one more to send. That's her responsibility. She started this. Then we just need 2 of the under controls. That should be about 30. And then the Leon the Kitten. Oh, goddamn. That motherfucker's like 50. Shit.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I wouldn't do it if I were you. Don't do it. Let a white man do it.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
I'm poor.
Let a white man do it. Boom, boom, boom. Pin it. There we go. Anywho, so with that being said, this is stupid. I'm tired of hypocrisy. I'm so sick and friggin' tired of Trump supporters not making any sense whatsoever. All right. And then when it comes down to it, the bottom line for their arguments are always, always, always going to be their friggin' wallets. Nothing less, nothing more. It's always going to be about their wallets. Who did that? God damn it, Hector. Why would you do that? You're not a white man. Why would you do that? Don't do that. Take it back. Take it back. God damn it, he ran. What is with him? Oh my gosh, I look crazy as hell on the tube. But guys, draw some hearts in the chat for Hector. Thank you for the Leon the kitten. Thank you, Hot Girl Money. Thank you, love. What's your name? Felix? Felix? I don't give a fuck, Felix. I actually don't care. I don't care. All right. That's an absolute projection. That's literally a projection. Guys, chat. Felix said, I stopped supporting the Democrat Party when I noticed that all y'all do is lie. Okay. Okay. Got it. Same dude that like you likely voted for Trump. All right. Trump lied over 30,000 times in his first term. Trump lied about being besties with Epstein. Yeah, what else did Trump lie about? Oh, Trump lied and said no new wars. Exactly. You know he's lying because he said Democrat Party. Exactly. Shout out to Dan Malik. I didn't want to talk about his grammar or his misuse of the word. I didn't want to do it. All right. I didn't want to, but yeah. So hypocrites, man. Just fucking hypocrites all the way around. Like all Donald Trump does is fucking lie. Donald Trump told you all that the Epstein files were a hoax. For months, told you that it was a hoax. After telling you for months that he was going to release it. That's what he did. That's what he did. Said it was a Democratic hoax. That's what it was. Oh, Felix, you want me to shut up on my own live? Felix, that is crazy. Watch this, Felix. Watch this. I'm going to show you a magic trick. Oh, wow. You can't talk in the comments no more. That's crazy. That's crazy. Wicked work. Wicked work. You can't yap anymore. You just learned the lesson of the year. And it's early too. So it's going to be a long year for you. You don't get to yap in my comments. So there's that. You don't get to yap in them. Sucks to sucks. Anywho, I'm about to call it. I think we did good today. Oh, no one sent another lion. Don't do that shit. Hold on. Don't do that. Okay. Let me just do this here. On TikTok Studio, it resets the goal for you automatically, is what it does. So it just resets the goal for you automatically. So do not send another lion. Please don't do that. Okay? I beg of you, don't do that. Okay? That'd be weird. I'm not that type of person. Simply ain't. Anywho, who's live? Who's live? Is Joy live? Let me see if Joy is live. Thanks, Dan. Oh, I already got the lion. I'm just trying to clear out my gift gallery. That's all. I'm just trying to clear out my gift gallery. And Hector did it. Oh, before I can't leave yet. I gotta say thank you. Thank you so much to Miss Bugs. Hi, Miss Bugs. Miss Bugs be over on the 2 for the $10 super chat. Miss Bugs says, Happy New Year, Erica. Damn. She like, here, damn. All right. She said, yeah, your labor's not free, blah, blah, blah. I know that's right. Thank you. The final gift is the under control in the gift gallery. Let me see. Boom, 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 ba-dum, ba-dum. Who's in a guest request? Yeah, I'm not doing that. I don't care. Sunny days, chicken up. Wait, go back. Yeah, the under control. Really? Is that it? That's all that's left? For real? Yay! Awesome! Okay, cool. Awesome! Yes. Okay, I'm gonna get my gift gallery. I hope I got my fingers crossed. Thank you so much, Miss Bugsby. I appreciate you, love. Drop some hearts in the chat for Miss Bugs. All right. Also, shout out to Lude DeRoge. I finally said your name right. I've been saying it wrong this entire time, love. I'm so sorry. I finally said it right. Thank you, Lou. All right. Okay, got you, Lou. Thank you for the $5, well, the $4.99 super chat. I'll fix that like right now for us. So cool. Okay. And let me see here. So I'm going to do some housekeeping while we're here. Matter of fact, I can do it on this phone. Sunny days chasing up. Okay. Anywho, Anyone want to come up and tell me about their New Year's resolutions? Any resolutions? Bruh, Lion, I'm not going to argue that with you because you're acting like the darn gone IS and Boko Haram weren't killing both Muslims and Christians in Nigeria. Like, let's be so fucking for real. All right? And Muslims are actually unalived at a higher rate than the Christians are in Nigeria. So we're not doing that one. I can't believe you would fall for that BS. That is absolutely like, oh my gosh. Thank you so much. Out of control, Orchid. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so very much. And you sent 2 of them? Oh my gosh. Thank you. Drop all of the hearts in the chat. All right. I'm going through the gift gallery right now. Thank you, Attorney Say Slacis. All right. Thank you to Hector, my friend Hector. Thank you so much, Hector. Thank you, Dolphin. Thank you, Gucci. Thank you, Q. All right. Thank you, Ice Mage. Did I say that right? Ice Image, Ice Mage. I hope I said that right. Thank you, April, December. Thank you, Mel. Thank you so very much. Thank you, Allie. All right. Gucci, you really went through that bitch. I'm so sorry. I cussed. The Virginia came out of me for a moment. Thank you so much. And thank you, Orchid. Thank you so very much. And Shauna's going to do the DJ glasses tomorrow. I'm so happy. Oh my God. That's my excited face. Thank you so much. Like, oh my God, it's so cool. Oh, genuinely excited. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, guys. Okay. I was about to do something. I want to help. I got to help the people over on the tube do something. I got to update the Discord link because we want to ensure that people can get into the Discord. All right. And you know what, guys? What's funny is that I set a reminder for every Saturday to update the Discord link. And I saw it today, but you have to ask me that I updated. I didn't. Hi. Hello. Are you a Trump supporter?
No, I just wanted to share New Year's resolutions.
It's a resolution, yes. As Levito would say, a resolution. Yeah. All right. What is your New Year resolution?
To get to my goal weight so I can have a double lung transplant.
Oh, wow. Really?
That's I'm about halfway there.
Halfway there?
Yeah.
Awesome. Mm-hmm. That is
Yep, lost
cool.
52 pounds last year, and I have to lose about another 42, and then I will be able to get listed for double lung transplant.
Whoa, that is so awesome. Like, my goodness, much success to you, love. All right.
Thank you very much.
And then, are you already like on the list? So you're already on the list?
No. So I've been dealing with what's called interstitial. What?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. My mom has recently gotten on the kidney transplant list, and she had to lose weight to do it. So before you can get on the list, you have to meet the requirements. So it was my brain saying, Erica, you just asked a stupid question. Sorry.
That's okay. No, you're good. I get that question a lot though, because with my lungs being as bad as they've been for the past 4 years, it's kind of one of those things where I get that question a lot. So, but yeah, I have to lose weight and then go through some additional testing, which I've already done quite a bit of that, but I have to do a little bit more, and then they'll make the determination if I can be listed.
Mm-hmm.
But usually the center where I will get listed, they have a very high success rate, and they're like the best in the country, and they do a lot of them.
Oh, well, that's good to hear then. So you'll be in great hands. So that's wonderful.
Yes.
Okay.
And my wife had a transplant at the same facility almost 10 years ago for her liver.
Oh, wowzers. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you have someone that can help you like walk through the process because they know how it is.
Right.
That's awesome.
And I also have a good friend that is almost 5 years post double lung, and we work out together. So it works out good.
I'm sorry, I have to do the pause. Thank you, Orchid.
You're good. You're good.
That is
but
amazing.
Erica, I absolutely adore you, and I love listening to you. I love listening to you and Hector, and it's just very much an enjoyable part of my day. So
I'm glad
I just wanted to say thank you.
Oh, Melissa, thank you so much for just being here, love. I wish you so much success, like absolutely so much success.
Thank you.
And you know what? Once you drop the weight, all right, come back and let us know. All right. And then the next thing that you're going to get working on is getting on that list because I don't know personally, but I saw my mom go through it. I know it's a journey. All right. And you are very deserving. So I definitely hope that it all works out for you and just wish you all the success in it.
Thank you so
Of
much.
course,
I
of
really
course.
appreciate that. That's very kind. Thank you.
Of course, love. Well, thank you so much for coming up and sharing that with us. I appreciate you. Y'all draw some hearts in the chat for Melissa. Freaking awesome. Thank you, love. Have a great night.
It's all about being positive. Yep.
That part. Choose joy.
Hmm.
Choose joy.
Absolutely. And do all the good things.
Exactly. Hey, I love to hear it. Thank you so much, Melissa. I hope you, girl, take care of yourself and you have a great night.
Thank
Fantastic.
you so much. You as well.
Thanks. Bye.
And go to bed. Don't be staying up. Don't let me find you in all those other lives. See, I'm the one that I follow you around sometimes and I'm like, oh girl, go to bed.
Oh, so like if you see me, no, you don't.
Right. I don't see you. You're not there. I don't see you. You're good. You're fine. You're good. Go ahead.
All right, take care, love. Thank you
All
again.
right.
Awesome.
Yeah. Bye.
So sweet. I fucking love that. So sweet. And she said, do all the good things. Thank you. Melissa, that warmed my heart. Like seriously, that really did. That warmed my heart. Thank you. I just appreciate you. Thank you so very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm getting the chord link updated right now. Y'all know that I don't know how to multitask. So y'all know how I am. Like, what? You want me to multitask? How are you a mom? I don't really know. Okay. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I really don't. I'm trying to think about it. Let's see here. Paste. Paste. There we go. Okay, Lou, I updated the link for us here. I updated the link. All right, let's see what this is. And then the boxes are closed. I'll be done for the night. Hi.
Hello.
Hi, C. Holly. Are you a Trump supporter?
No,
Oh, you're not? Okay.
this Venezuela thing isn't going to really do well for Kanks, is it?
For what? Oh, for Kanks. Oh, you call them Kanks. I call them Mango. Okay, I get it. All right, the Venezuela thing.
It's short for.
Kankles.
It's actually short for Kankles McTaco Tits.
Kankles McTaco Tits. That is his name. I saw his birth certificate.
It was a name came up by Jen and Pumps and IHYP.
Yo, bro, what's up? What's on your mind?
Well, there's this woman who's running against our current sitting senator here in Oklahoma, Senator Booster Box Mullen.
Okay. Okay, what about it? Or about them?
She's a progressive Democrat. Her name is Nicolás Jasmine Thomas.
Okay.
She's an active duty mom, a mother of an autistic child. She's an army wife, and a nurse.
Okay.
Running for LGBTQ plus rights, education, and healthcare, which we lack very much here.
Mm-hmm.
Here, if elected to the Senate, she would be the first woman we've had in the Senate since statehood.
Oh, wow. That'd be awesome.
She would be the first black woman elected to the Senate for our district, and the first Chickasaw native.
Oh, wow. Okay, so she's going to be a lot of firsts, which is going to be absolutely fantastic. Okay.
Yes.
Tell me her name one more time.
Nicolás Jasmine Thomas, though she prefers to be called Jasmine.
Nicolás Jasmine Thomas. Okay, great. All right, awesome. So let's see here. Okay, cool. And she's a progressive Democrat?
Yes, no corporate PAC money.
Oh, that's wonderful. So all public funding. That's fantastic.
And no APAC money either.
Okay. And is she running for state senate or is she running for national? So federal.
She's running for a federal office against Mark Wayne Mullen.
Okay. So
the one who tried to fight somebody on the Senate floor?
Don't even know. He tried to fight someone on the Senate floor? That's crazy work.
Yeah, Bernie had to calm him down.
My goodness. That's insanity. That's insane. Well, thank you for telling us about her. That works out.
Yes.
Thank you for telling us.
If you ever get a chance, please interview her. Need to get her known.
Oh,
she's already been on IHYP. And also, if you live in the 4th Congressional District of Oklahoma, that's Stephanie Bice's district, or is it the 5th? Either way, Jenna Nelson running against her. She's a teacher, again, another progressive. As if she ran against Ryan Walters and almost beat him.
What's Jenna's last name?
Nelson.
Nelson, okay.
Nelson. It's the same last name as Kent Nelson. I'm a comic book geek. Kent Nelson is Dr. Fate.
I apologize to you in advance. Nerd. Okay. I had to get that out. Sorry. My apologies. I can't help myself. You just started talking about comic books, and I was like...
Also, when you and Santana are together, you two remind me of Icon and Rocket.
Is that like the Rocket from Guardians of the Galaxy?
No. Have you never read Milestone Comics?
No! No.
Well, it was an all-black publishing comics.
Nope.
Like they created
I got that reference.
Nope.
You ever seen Static Shock?
I don't know comics at all. I am not a comic.
You ever heard of Static Shock?
You do know Static Shock.
I've heard of Static Shock,
is a part
yes.
of it. Yeah.
He's like electricity.
He was created by Milestone Comics.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know this.
Icon's an immortal.
I don't know comics.
He's basically a black Superman, and Rocket, Raquel Irvin, is his sidekick. She actually convinced him to become a hero. Oh. Icon's also a lawyer, a practicing lawyer.
That's correct.
They make a perfect contract. Well, Icon is centuries older. He's more conservative. Rocket grew up in an... Well, I'm a white person. I can't really say ghetto, can I?
Yeah,
I just did. Shame on you.
No, you're fine. Go ahead. It's in the way in which you use it. But go on. You're fine. Okay.
I mean, Rocket is probably one of the few people who's not scared of Batman.
Why would anyone be afraid of Batman? All he is a rich guy with way too much time on his hands.
Well, life changes when you see your family murdered in a dirty alleyway.
I want to share a hot take. I think I'm going to share it and just end the live. So let me say a few things before I go. All right. C, thank you so much for coming up, love. I appreciate you. I'm going to look into both of the candidates that you presented to us here tonight. You told us about Jenna and Jasmine out there in Oklahoma. All right, so I'll look into both of them. So again, thank you so much for sharing that with us. I'm going to go ahead and let you down, but I hope you have a great night, and thank you for being here.
Okay, thank you, and also free Palestine.
Yes, I know, right? Till it's backwards from the river to the sea. Thank you, love.
And Slava Ukraine.
Hey,
yep.
Hector, you ready to hear my hot take?
You know, it's crazy. Yeah. And then I gotta go because I was supposed to call somebody back and they joined the live. Go ahead.
Oh, snap. I think I know who it is. Shout out to Gucci for the 5. Gucci said, I bet he really thought he was gaslighting successfully. He really did, Gucci. He's stupid. Also, shout out to my girl, Hot Girl Money. It is always black women. Thank you. All right. Hot Girl Money said, hey, queen, here to give reparations because a black woman's labor isn't free. I know that's right. Shout out to Gucci and to Hot Girl Money. I appreciate you both. You know what it is. Thank you so, so very much. Drop those hearts in the chat. All right. Let's see here. Guys, thank you to everyone who tapped the screen, shared the live, who did all of the good things. I appreciate you all so, so very much. We sent a raid to Swan earlier this week. So go say hi to my friend Joy. All right. Go say hi to Joy. All right. Drop some hearts in the chat for Joy. Okay. Well, Joy has a lot of people. I don't know who to raid. Matter of fact, wherever you go, I'm not putting a name up. Wherever you go, drop some hearts in the chat and say Erica raid. Okay. Drop some hearts in the chat and say Erica raid. All right, wherever you go, it does not matter. Just do it, okay? Just go, drop the hearts, and do all of the good things. And thank you so much for tapping the screen, sharing a live, reposting. Thank you to everyone who sent a donation, who sent a gift, who just was here chatting. I appreciate each and every last one of you. All of you contribute and make this stream what it is. So thank you so, so very much. With that being said, all right, I leave you with this. If you can't do something kind for yourself, please, please, please do something kind for someone else. All right. And I love y'all. I adore y'all. I'll see you tomorrow. Batman is the absolute worst superhero that there ever was. He is nothing but a white man with a bunch of money who needs another fucking hobby. Batman sucks. He's pointless. I said it. I'm not taking it back. All right. He needs a fucking another hobby. Batman sucks. Also, I don't like Superman either. Deuces out.
That's never mind.
Hey, Tube. I love y'all. I love y'all so much. I love y'all so much. All right. Bubba wants to eat cereal. So, you know, I'm going to let him. All right. And because he's allowed, sure. So I'm going to let him and I'm going to go. All right. So wherever you guys go, you have fun and do all of the good things. All right. Do all of the good things. All right. Deuces out. Hope no one's mad about my Superman comment. You know, I don't care. I don't like Batman. I don't like Superman. There's all there is to it. Okay. Tis it, tis all. Iron Man is 1,000 gazillion times better. All right. And I really don't know DC. So whatever. And I've never read a comic. Wait, I've read a comic. I read like maybe 2 pages of a comic. 2 pages, maybe 2 or 3 pages of a comic, tops. Not much. All right. And if you ask me what the comic was, I wouldn't be able to tell you. Okay. So there's that. Also, the link for the Discord should be updated. All right. Well, it should be. I updated it. YouTube has to approve it. So let's hope they approve it within like the next 2 minutes. Okay. And then, yeah, there's that. There's that. Anywho, what a fucking day. What a day we've all had, huh? All right. What a day. 2026 is literally off to a bang. Here we are. I'm going to go find some business. That's what I'm going to do. I love y'all. Y'all have a good night. Deuces.